Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Dorkvision stream. Uh, you can catch this stream every Sunday from 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time, and you can catch our sister stream in the Undermountain with a different group of people from 7 to 10 Eastern Time, again, on Wednesdays. You can find my books on Drive-Thru RPG under Noble Crumpet Publishing, and I have another book coming to the DM's Guild pretty soon. The cover's done. It's coming. Anywho, welcome back. It's a lazy Sunday night, and it's time to play some Dungeons and or Dragons. The party last time. Did you guys do last time? You guys fought.
Left off at the pub.
You guys fought in the arena, and stole a candle from Archjustice Dermot, after Amon refused to back down after committing the sin of casting a blight spell in front of the police that look out for dark magic. Nerul, your god, intervened.
It's not visible.
Your god intervened to aid in your escape, and you guys were able to get out of there scot-free almost. You guys hunkered down in Elgode's grotto, where you had gotten rooms for the night, and after a careful casting of non-detection spells and laying low, you guys survived until morning, whereupon you headed out to find your missing rod that had been stolen from you by the Darkmantle duo. You had tracked it down to a little tavern called the Spittle Spittoon in the northeastern part of New Dawn. That is where we pick up now. You guys have recently arrived here and taken some seats. Zumasu went up to talk to the bartender, who was a strange, unusual race that you had never seen before, and it's very apparent that this place is a Stingerback's den of thieves, and that's where we leave off now. And in fact, I can actually bring you to the Spittle Spittoon. Amon's there too for posterity, even though he is canonically back at the establishment. Zumasu, the bartender, has just stabbed the table with his apparent scorpion tail. He has bronze skin and drawn back locks, and he appears to be an elf of some sort with black eyes. As he stabs into the table, he says, "Who's asking?"
I'm trying to remember what we were saying up to this point.
You were,
Because I thought I already paid him to get a drink or something. Did I get my
You
drink
did.
yet?
you were also asking him about contraband
Yes.
directly. And he was like,
You were posing as a buyer, though. So
Yeah,
you
that's
weren't
why
just
I'm
being
trying
like,
to-
do you have illegal shit?
Yeah, that's what I
Mark?
was trying to figure it out.
Hello, fellow evildoer. Do you have evil shit?
kind of, that's how it felt like, yes, narc.
Not really. I mean, I was trying to be careful about it.
You were trying.
It wasn't
Very
exactly
hard
anything
punches.
to say otherwise, because we're still at the initial stages of it. That's why I'm trying to remember exactly at what point were we at.
That's kind of where we left off, is just literally
Yeah,
you were
so I guess I'd just be like somebody who's interested in acquiring some contraband. Okay, maybe not contraband, but some precious items.
Well, what sort of business do you have with us Stingerbacks if you're looking for that sort of thing? You don't look like you're from around here.
All the more reason where I'd want to have something have a memento from my travels. You see, yeah, I am just somebody who kind of goes around, drifter. I have no grudge with anybody in this area, and I'd rather keep a low profile.
He looks you up and down. Make a...
Deception?
I'd say deception.
That is so extra suspicious.
I mean, they deal with suspicious people, so that's not awful, not great.
Hmm. Who are your friends there? They came in with you.
Traveling companions, you know.
Boom Crash does a little wave and
You know,
just goes back to chatting with Mal.
I just make skulking faces.
we've cleared our share of dungeon stuff, so I can rely on them. Granted, we've done a few other things than just dungeon clears, so hence why I want to keep a low profile.
Listen, you're gonna have to convince me. Afraid we only do business with established people. We don't want any newcomers potentially spilling the beans to the higher-ups, or to, you know, that other rival gang that's moved in.
Other rival gang. That's fun. We just, in passing, heard that maybe we could have something, find some connections here. I mean, we're coming to you guys because we don't want to stir anything up from around the real Fez, you know? Fuzz, sorry.
Fez.
Yeah.
Fez.
Fences are cool.
I guess I could do one thing.
And what's that?
Pair. I could just show him some of the shit I got on my person. Stuff that wouldn't necessarily be, you know, politically correct for a place like this.
Like your periaptive health.
Stuff like that.
Mm.
I was gonna pull out some of my weird, creepy monster momenter stuff if I have anything left.
But it's not arcane, so while it's creepy, it's not necessarily established and
I guess that's fair. I could pull up my periaptive health. It's like I am partial to magic items, and I'll just show them my periaptive health, and I'll flash the crystal ball from my bag.
I was about to ask if Boom Crash was yelling from across the room.
Nope, this is the group chat.
That's fair. We do have digital or mental link. Digital link.
So I'll just flash those two magic items and just be like, I am partial to things that they might take kindly to having to people having here.
He, kind of jerks as you go to reach into your bag, but you pull out that crystal ball, and he sees you place it on the table. Was this some kind of joke? You know New Dawn is precious for their stones and crystals. This could just be a relic bought from anywhere here.
I sigh and I
Crash
just
sort of hops off the chair and sort of flounces up and runs her talon across the bar, and a shower of sparks and prestidigitation sort of flurry up from beneath. It's like, we're legit. Talk to the man. He's friendly.
I'm
And
gonna
I
just
sort of-
ask. I'm gonna turn the crystal ball to just be like a camera behind him.
Well,
Like to-
he's less impressed about the crystal ball, but he does regard Boom Crash's magic as a bit flashier than the usual divine stuff. He's not totally
Sold.
He's not totally sold, because he isn't familiar very much with magic, but I'm going to have you make a new deception check, this time with advantage from Boom Crash.
Can I do perception from where I am? I would like to sit back in the chair and kind of keep an eye on everyone else.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay.
I'm glad I had that advantage because I rolled bad on both rolls.
Yeah, with the advantage, he eventually looks at both of you, and he pulls his tail out of the table. You see that there's a few dents from this sort of event before. He turns and starts pouring drinks. The name's Krastilix. And he pours some swill into some mugs and hands it to you. You have already paid the man.
Can Krustovix write his name down in chat?
Hmm?
Can Krustovix write his name down in chat?
His name is also
It's right
fully
here.
spelled out
It's all there.
on the character.
Probably
sheet.
can't see him because of
Oh,
this
I'm not
little-
in the. Yeah, that's fair because I'm not technically in view. So never mind.
Okay.
I'm just chilling in this seat. Ignore me.
Anywho, I can see that you're probably not with the Newdonians. there's nothing guaranteeing that you're not with the vintners. So,
Oh my god, vintners are trying to come? Oh, Jiminy Cricket.
I'll serve
Wait,
you
are you
now, but I'm afraid you're going to have to do better than that.
Are you talking to Bride?
Let me convince you.
Well, it's kind of up to you.
Listen, we want discretion either way, and I'm gonna just put down 5 more gold pieces. Would you at least get me an audience with somebody who can hook us up?
We traveled a long way. We want some interesting magic items, and you know what they say. The stricter the above ground, the hotter the underground, so we're hoping that someone here is going to have something interesting for us.
I'll take it into consideration. He claws the gold pieces into his hand.
It's good to see that currency is appreciated everywhere.
Indeed. He hands you your mugs. I'll go see if I can find someone.
Boom Crash sends a saucy wink towards Crystallix and picks up the mugs and goes back to Mao.
I guess I'll just sit here for a little bit and look over to Mao to see if she reacts or anything.
I mean, do I pick up on anybody else while they're having this conversation? I'm assuming it's more just a tense moment.
I'll give her a thumbs up anyway, just be like, I think it's going okay.
So with your perception, Mao, you look around the bar, and everybody's kind of like eyeing you guys as newcomers and obvious foreigners. But nobody seems to be making any aggressive moves yet, especially after they see Crastallix move out from behind the bar. You guys hear a distant door creak open and then close. But for now, you're alone in the bar.
So, Mao, here's your drink. Do you want to catch up about yesterday, or do you just want to sort of enjoy the scenery?
Should I do an insight check on the catching up part? Is that the talking about your little friends?
I mean, she can literally tell you what she's really talking about, because...
Yeah. It's also like I'm just trying to make some conversation, so we're not just staring in each other's eyes soulfully while there's a bunch of flunkies around us.
I have no soul.
Are you guys all sitting at the table now?
I mean, I never left the original table.
I was sitting at the bar in case he comes back.
Okay. I thought Mao was at this table, so Boom Crash was sitting with Mao.
Oh.
So
There is a weird visual discrepancy here.
Okay, hold on. Then
Am I showing up right there?
Yeah, you're showing up right where I was clicking, so I'm gonna refresh.
Okay. I'll put you over here.
Whoa! Yeah, you are definitely okay. I'm gonna go over and
I was
join
like
Mao.
whispering in Mao's ear. Hey.
Hey, baby! Across the room. No, you were in the corner.
Which you can. That's why I didn't think it was too unusual.
Yeah,
It was just like a triangulation of heroes across the tavern. Okay, yeah.
Block the exits.
Well, I mean,
Fan out, boys.
not gonna lie, we could have had a better conversation there. I feel like Smosu sort of put us into a rough spot. If I'm ever speaking loudly, I'll be speaking loudly with a few thieves' cant quips, just as a note to the DM. But if I'm whispering, that's all private stuff. So I'll let you know like when and when. But for now, it's like out loud, a little bit louder so everyone can hear, with thieves' cant kind of mixed up in there. And I sort of wink at you, talking about like. Fuck, what were they called? The Dark Mantle Gang, and how they got fucked up and all this other shit, and have some goods and things that we could definitely nab or want to get back, but half of it's in Thieves' Cant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, people start to ease up to your presence here.
Apples and pears, ladders and snails, yeah.
Eventually, Zumasu, it's about 10 minutes that you're sitting at the bar. eventually Crastilix does come back. Door closes and he re-enters the bar. Still here. Your friends too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Make any headway?
Well, nobody seems to know who you are, so that's a good thing. So I can suppose that you're not vintners, for now. But you're not getting a view of any of our infrastructure. So for now, I'll have to ask you what you're looking for.
Would you mind if I invite my friends over there? They have a bit of a more specific taste.
Whatever you want.
I'll be right back. So I'm just gonna saunter over and just nudge them, walk over and be just like, tilt my head and be like, "Come on, guys."
All right.
He wants
Take
to. He wants to know what we're looking for.
I'm gonna hop down. Hi. I'm definitely looking to buy, I think that's a little bit more staff-like. Um, something that would probably help with a little bit of shadowy flair and be a nice thing to lean on when I'm feeling tired.
Shadowy
Do you
flare
have
that you
anything
can
like that?
lean on. That's very vague, I'm afraid.
I'm looking for a magical rod, sweetie. I say to him telepathically.
Well, most people
So
aren't
he's
so
gonna-
forward.
I think he's gonna offer like a black leather chair or something.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's like, here's a stool.
It's
Yeah,
not
lean
magical,
on
but
it.
Like, something that I can lean on. Like, I'm trying to be a little bit subtle because, granted, this may be your home base, but we're just new acquaintances. So let's start building a dynamic, and I would love to see what you have in stock. So anything that is offensive or protective, I'm always interested in anything that's new and has been coming in recently.
it sounds very specific.
God, this person's it's too vague.
It's too hot, it's
specific.
too cold. It's
Ugh.
We make you happy, baby. Come on, work with me here.
I'm trying to work with you, but it's hard to pin down your exact methods of being here.
I just walk over and slam my hand on the table and just give us some fucking magic shit. We're looking for stuff that was stolen from us. And we've got leads that they were sold to you, or that someone here has it. Is that clear enough?
Oh. I think it's starting to become a bit more clear.
There's a way to make sure nothing happens. We just have a nice, easy transaction, and everybody goes about their business.
Well, I'll have you know that those items were in fact stolen. But they weren't stolen from you specifically. They were stolen from that Vintners group, which makes you most likely part of their group. It looks like we have some Vintners here, friends.
Boomcrash has a little health tilt, and she says, like, honey, whoever said that to you was lying to you.
The Stingerback's members start to rise from their chairs. They're drawing weapons.
I draw my blades.
I draw my sword. I'm gonna ask him one more time. You could have made a nice penny and we could have all gone about our business. That's still on the table.
The one last chance in order to resolve this peacefully.
I haven't killed anyone in a while. This is gonna be fun.
We can resolve things peacefully if you get out of our establishment. This is Stingerback's territory. We don't want any stinking vintners messing it
We
up.
are not vintners.
You guys hear
We are.
a sudden explosion as the door is burst down off of its hinges,
No.
and
Front?
No.
in through the door you see a reptilian creature crawling on all fours. It waves out its wings and lets out a tiny squeal, and then you see a red-bearded dwarf, beard ablaze, and a water genasi step into the establishment. Yeah.
I'm ready to fucking kill someone. Bring it on.
I can go.
Dark mantles take flight. Turn the day to night. Descending from the darkness high above, ensnaring your face with a shadowy glove. Dark mantles blind you as we steal the show. Notorious thieves whose names you'll soon know. Maybell, Star. Our frostfire powers will scare you stiff, so surrender now, or roll for initiative.
That was adorable, and I still hate it.
Yep.
Who the hell are you people? Krastelix says. We're the people that you stole that shit from last night. But I thought that they were with you. These heathens. You! They instantly lock eyes with Boom Crash. You're here trying to take back what we rightfully stole.
And she's like, wait, you guys are with the fucking Vintners? What?
I thought we made that clear, didn't we? I thought we
Never
covered that
mentioned the
last
Vintners
time.
before.
You absolutely did not make that clear.
I thought
Actually,
they were just
They
contracted.
did it, but their lackeys did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm mostly just sort of playing it up so
Yep.
we
Yeah.
don't
I
have
thought
two
that
enemies
makes-
trying to kill us.
I just wanted to make sure.
You gave me
Yeah.
loaded dice?
Crystalax, these are the guys you're talking about. We wanted to get our shit back from them.
They do look oddly familiar. And so do those little masks. Dark mantles, you said? Yes, and we're taking back what's rightfully ours, says Myra. Not without a fight. You've walked into the wrong territory, Vintners. And all of the Stingerbacks draw their weapons. Maybell starts conjuring frost around her open hand, and Reed ignites his halberd. Murder Death snarls, growling at the Stingerbacks. Take them out. I'll secure the goods. Krastelix moves back to the back of the bar and out. And let's roll for initiative.
Wait, he's leaving?
I'm gonna follow him. You guys
Yeah, we-
take care of Murder Death.
You want us to back you up?
I'm at full health now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can take some punishment.
Okay,
Um,
I'll hold the fort in this front.
Yeah,
If anything,
And-
Mao is faster. She can meet up with you.
yeah, and seduce Murder Death.
So, wait, I'm yelling out
Okay,
to you
yeah.
guys. Wait, are we planning on letting them all fight while we go and get our shit?
I'm gonna go get our shit. You guys take care of the. You guys have fun.
Aw,
You guys
you're
have
so
fun.
sweet.
I know
Good.
what you like, honey.
Okay,
Are we still trying to get their dragon?
Boom Crash nods. Is like, yeah, go.
before you have
your dragon.
much time to talk, the Stingerbacks jump into action. This one rushes through his crony to go after Myra. He draws his short sword. Ah! And, they all have different ACs. That does hit her. Ah! Struck me. He's going to instantly take 2d8s of cold damage, because she does have a cold shield up, as you now know. And that's it for his turn. It's Myra's turn, and she is going to unleash a good old-fashioned Kona Cold. It's going to go right towards these guys, and I believe that's going to hit all of them. So let's do Dex saves. No, wait. What type of save is it? Con save, I assume? Yep, con save. DC 15. Okay. How many of these guys are there? 1, 2, 3, 6. And these guys. Okay. So one of them failed. 2 of them failed. So 2 of these guys are going to take full damage. The rest are taking half. Let's do 8d8s of cold damage. Sorry to delay this a bit.
Not fun. It's entertaining.
Whoa, that is weaker than Fireball. Okay.
Well,
This guy is frozen solid. He's gonna die. I'm just gonna put X's over the ones that are dead instead of changing all their health. This guy saved, so he's going to take 12, and say this guy in the back saved as well. Oh, sorry, 2 people failed completely. Okay. Next up is going to be Crastalix. He is going to be moving, as he was. Lots of healths to edit. Okay. She's gonna end her turn. Crastalix is moving outside. And more of the Stingerbacks are going. This guy's going to engage Murder Death and swing a short sword. Hitting Murder Death for 7 piercing. This guy dead. This guy, one of the more serious-looking dudes in the group, he sees these incurring people and sees Zumasu eyeing Crastalix, and he's going to head over to Zumasu and whip out a scimitar and swing it a few times at you.
Damn, he hit.
Does 23 and 25 hit?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. You take no poison damage, so you actually aren't affected by any of the poison effects. You only take 13 damage. After he kind of sees that the poison isn't working, and kind of curses under his breath, "Damn snake people," he shifts his focus more towards Mao, though he doesn't do anything this turn. Mao, it is your turn.
I just give him the biggest fucking dagger eyes ever, and I'm like, "You fucking touch me and you're dead. I'm busy at the moment. Go away." I'm gonna go after Reed. Since he hasn't taken a turn, I can assassinate.
Okay, you are going to get attacked.
By the Stingerback, I assume, yes.
Yeah.
I gave him a warning.
I'm in poison disadvantage.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, yeah, good thing you imposed disadvantage.
Yay! God damn.
He goes to swipe at you, but Zumasu, you knock it out of the way.
I go, no, no, no. Know your place.
Say again, damned snake people.
Oh, it's gonna be fun hitting you.
Okay,
You gotta be so racist.
Reed. So, remind me again, which part activates, because he hasn't had a turn, but he is not surprised.
It's just no turn. As long as they haven't taken a turn.
I understand that, but I think
I'm reading it. You have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in the combat yet.
Okay, so it isn't an automatic crit, so don't use the assassinate button.
In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit. So that's the,
Yeah, so that assassinate button automatically does a critical hit if you click it.
So how do you want me to re-roll this?
Make an attack with your scimitar.
Mhm.
Just a normal attack with advantage, because that's all it gives you is advantage.
Okay.
Okay, 28 does in fact hit. So that is going to be, since you had advantage on the attack, you do still get sneak attack bonus. Which one are we applying?
Well, I gave it a thing. You put a button out that has like a global effect, so
Oh, I thought you said you didn't want to use that.
I didn't.
So you can
It was
uncheck it if you want. In which case, we'll do 34 damage to him. You reach out with your scimitar, and as he is turning towards the other enemies, you are able to get in a glancing blow just on his shoulder, taking off quite a bit of skin. Anything else for your turn?
bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And I'm on top of the countertop.
You disengage, knocking over stools and bouncing onto the countertop. It's this dude's turn. This dude is going to run up and go try and attack Zumasu. Well, actually, he can't quite get there. Instead, he's just going to take some extra movement to try and get up onto the bar stool, or the countertop there, to engage Mao at least. He ends his turn. This guy is going to draw his heavy crossbow and point it at Boom Crash. Actually, no, at Murder Death. And that's not going to hit, weirdly enough. Yeah, it pings off of Murder Death's superior armor, and he is going to get into a more advantageous position himself. He's going to head over to the door here. It is Reed's turn. Ah! Bloody hell. Friggin' hurt. He is going to attack the Stinger's flunky over here, though, because he gets bonuses, which I often forget about. Okay, that is a miss. Use a second attack. And that will be a hit. Since that person was damaged by Myra, he gets a bonus damage, which is maximized. Cool. So that is 22 damage. Yeah, this guy goes down. And then he's going to kind of head up to where Mao is, and he's going to try and use his halberd to trip you, Mao. Get back here, you pesky little... Does a 17 hit you?
I believe it does.
Does an 18 hit you, because
Yeah.
you're flanking as well. So you're going to take 6 bludgeoning damage, and then I'm going to need a strength save. Oof. You fall prone.
Alright.
He reaches up with his halberd and trips out from under your legs as the other vintner, Stingerback, so used to saying vintners, climbs up onto the countertop, and you fall back, cracking your back a bit on the countertop. His turn ends. Zumasu, it is your turn. It seems to be the consensus that the Stingers can't be too sure if you're working with the vintners, so they're not taking any chances.
Alright, I'm gonna just be like, okay, we could have helped you guys get rid of those riffraff, but I guess we're gonna have to defend ourselves, and I'm gonna attack this guy.
Okay.
Don't defend yourself, just get rid of all the riffraff.
Does that hit? I guess not.
It does not. He bats it away with a swish of his scimitar.
That hits.
That one finally finds purchase. He's not able to dodge fully. He's going to take damage. So it takes 9. Are you doing any other smites or anything?
Nah, I'm good for now.
Save these for the truly bad bats. Okay.
Step over this way.
However, he is going to use his reaction, by the way.
Okay.
When you miss him with your first attack, he reaches out and grabs you with lightning reflexes. You're now grappled by him.
I can still attack him though, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really affect your attacks, it's just you can't move.
Or if I move, do I have to make a roll against it or anything?
You would need to use an action to try and break free of the grapple.
Okay. I wonder how Cap and Umbrella works into this. No, I'm good then.
Okay. Yeah, these guys have a reaction that just lets them grab you. Okay. It's this guy's turn. Hello, guy. Do you have any ranged attacks? Did I give you any? Or are you just terrible? Oh, you have a little one. That's fine. Okay. He is going to duck behind this little table here and pull out a hand crossbow, and he's going to fire at, he's going to fire at Murder Death. Actually, probably Maybell. There's a lot more downed people near them. Actually, no. He takes advantage of situations. He's going to shoot at Boom Crash, because he gets sneak attack if he hits. So let's do it. Okay. He does have +1, but I just don't think that hits you. Okay, so he ends his turn. Boom Crash, it is your turn.
If I Misty Step, do I incur attacks of opportunity?
No, you do not.
Okay, I'm gonna Misty Step, because fuck this.
Okay, where are you heading?
I'm going to head behind the bar. So, hold on, let me measure, so...
Yeah, pretty much anywhere is going to be within your...
Yeah,
line
so
of
I'm
sight.
gonna go over there, so...
Weirdly enough,
Yep.
there's actually a window right in front of you. You could technically go outside.
I don't want to go outside, though.
Okay, that's fair. I just figured I'd offer.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So that's your bonus action.
So that's my bonus action, and I'm gonna do suppressing fire right now.
Okay.
So
You are behind a crate, a bunch of barrels piled up. So anybody does have cover, but you do have cover from everybody else as well,
okay. Well then,
except for maybe this dude who's on the counter.
I'm
Could
gonna.
just chuck an AOE.
I don't want to nail you guys as well, so
Aw.
fuck it. Yeah, no, suppressing fire to that one dude. So
Okay. You launch some Eldritch Blasts, 2 of which find their mark. It's going to be 20 damage. After 2 hits, he's blasted off the counter and goes down. Anything
and
else?
I'm gonna use my move to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this a door?
There is a door there.
Can I open the door?
You can open the door. Hold on
I
a second.
open the door. Thank you.
You open this door, revealing on the other side the rest of the tavern.
God damn it! Where the hell did he go?
There is a door directly behind you.
Oh, that's the door that I probably wanted to go to.
It leads to probably the outside, judging by the window.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yep, that's why that was relevant. Thank you.
Sure. We're all discovering things. Okay, it's this guy's turn. And Murder Death, you got really low on the
Yeah, poor baby.
initiative.
He did knock down the door. Kind of makes sense.
Okay, he's gonna head over here to his allies and engage Myra. Actually, knows that she has a thing, so he's gonna hand crossbow her. Okay, he hits Myra for a mere 4. And then she's going to need to make a No, that's a different guy. Okay, it's Murder Death's turn. Murder Death is going to leap towards the dude that just attacked Myra and do a bite attack. Let's get him on the table there. And he hits for 10 piercing damage, bringing him down to 2 hit points. It takes off one of his arms. Oh, that guy's dead. Okay, it's Myra's turn. She sees Boom Crash open the door here. And does she need to deal with you? Probably not. Maybe? Yeah. She's going to point a finger at you and launch an ice knife from her extended hand. Just in case you've stolen it back, I need to get it back from you again. I'm going to need her to make an attack, which... It's a 14. That doesn't hit you.
Nope.
Okay. Now I'm going to need you to make a dexterity save, as well as the dude next to you. Okay. Was it half damage or no damage for Ice Knife? Hold on a second. I think it's no damage from the way I wrote it. Yep, you guys actually take no damage. As the ice shard that goes towards you, Boom Crash, you close the door just in time a bit, and it lands in the door and shatters outward. Both of you are able to dodge any of the remnant ice shards. Myra's just gonna head over here near Reed, taking a bit of cover near our imaginary Amon. Kresslix's turn. This guy and this guy. Hello, this guy. This guy is going to just kind of skirt around Zumasu and go after Mao.
Isn't he still grappling me?
Yeah. He's
So
holding
what
you
is
in
it?
place. He's got
So-
one hand on you, and he's going to take his scimitar and go and stab at Mao, who is laying down on the counter.
I'm prone.
I impose disadvantage.
Okay. Well, that cancels out the advantage he had from her being prone, so that's good. But a 22 still hits, which it wouldn't have been a crit, so once again, very good show.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay. so he's going to deal. We're ignoring the crit. That is 21 damage. So you can dodge some of the damage from this attack. It's going to be 12. Take 12 damage. Or is that too high? Is it 11? It's 11.
I mean,
It's
plus poison, so I figured.
No, it's 11 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to need a con save from you. You do have Zumasu's aura. So that's plus 4?
Plus 4?
That succeeds.
Yep.
Okay, you feel that there is a virulent poison, like, surging through your veins, but Zumasu's divinity is holding it at bay for now. He makes a second attack. This time, he does hit for an 18. The disadvantage was only on the previous attack.
Gotcha.
So, I'm gonna need another con save. This, but you do take another 14 damage. Okay, you're still fine. Good show. Mao, it is your turn. You are prone.
Can I, like, roll off the countertop
Yeah,
to stand up
yeah,
and just strike at the Stingerback?
yeah.
You
Yeah.
son of a bitch. I told you I'm gonna fucking smack you.
Yeah.
Damn it!
But does she have the
I
thing?
have advantage because, yeah, Zumosu's there.
Advantage from what?
Zumosu is
Yeah,
there.
you have +1.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if rogues were different in that way.
Oh,
There's a,
no, you.
There's an enemy within 5 feet.
Yeah, so you can apply your sneak attack. That doesn't mean you have
Sorry,
advantage.
sneak attack. Not that it hits anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't hit. Okay. Anything else for you?
Disengage.
Okay. You tumbled down onto the ground nearby and go to swipe at him, but he jumps out of the way just in time. Your scimitar lands into one of the stools as you backpedal towards the doorway.
Now, I think we might want to get out of here and go back up on Crash.
The Stingers guy saw Boom Crash pop out of there, and he's going to open the door. Get back here! And he's gonna try and simmy you. Okay, that is going to hit
Yes.
for 15 damage, Boom Crash, and I'm gonna need a con save. As he stabs his scimitar through the just opened door, you find it land in your side.
Ow!
Ooh, and you're not in sight of Zumasu either. Okay. You become poisoned. You can feel it running through your veins, and it weakens you heavily. Your dexterity is reduced by 4.
Oh, that sucks.
So that's -2.
To most things. Oh, he has 2 attacks. What am I doing? He does that, and then he's just gonna attack again, because why not? Okay, 10 more damage. The further effects of the poison do not do anything. So you just take another 10. It is Reed's turn. Reed is going to... You go after the tiefling. I'll head for this fellow. He runs along the countertop, kind of using his halberd as a lance. And he's going to attack Atsumaki. For 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, you take 11 slashing damage, and then he spins it around his head to make it come down on you. Now he's flanking. Yeah, but this one misses. It lands in the countertop. He's then going to try and kick you over by wrapping you in the head with his meaty leg. That doesn't hit either, right?
No.
Okay.
How would that work if I was grappled with somebody? Does he go down with me or what?
I don't know. We didn't have to think
Oh.
about it.
What's the question?
If I got tripped while I was grappled, what would happen to the guy who was grappling me?
That means that you would just automatically be pinned because you have 0 movement, so you can't spend half your movement to get up.
What would happen to the other guy?
Other guy's fine, just holding you down.
Alright.
I guess so. That tracks for me. Zumasu, it is your turn. You are grappled with 2 people on either side of you.
I thought you guys weren't friends. I'm gonna attack the guy grappling me.
They both simultaneously say, "We're not!"
Damn it.
We're not friends, guy. We're not your guy, buddy.
Who are you attacking? The stingers?
The one who was grappling me, yeah.
Okay.
And I am gonna spend this one.
Okay, yeah, that is going to hit and deal an initial 12 damage. Plus 6. Okay, this guy is looking not so good. As he spits back at you in protest, you stab him with the longsword, and a flash of lightning. You can see his skeletal system for a split second. He grabs his chest in pain. Anything else for you?
I can't move, so that's done.
I'm still here.
Actually, bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. You create a shield surrounding you. This Stingers guy, he's gonna attack at Zumasu, because why not? He likes it when there are people surrounding his foes.
That misses.
It does miss. Okay, he done. Boom Crash. There was a guy trying to get through the door at you.
Well, Eldritch Blast.
Okay, as he opens the door for another stab, you unleash your shadowy Eldritch Blasts, and that is going to hit. It blasts him back 10 feet. It deals initial 12 damage. Any further Eldritch Blasts?
I'm going to aim another one, or aim 2 more at Maybell.
Okay. Ooh, okay. So that's gonna deal max. Roll for the other one's damage.
Oh, sorry, I did the crit one first because I was excited.
That's fine. So D10 plus 4 is 14. So Myra's gonna take at least 14 plus 6, so 20 damage. Ah! And she is blasted into these nearby barrels next to the imaginary Amon token. Anything else for you, Bunker? Oh! Actually, that's not what happens. You have disadvantage on these attacks. So that wasn't a crit, so I'll just subtract 3 from that damage. Meh. Disappointed! But she is still knocked back, and takes all the rest of the damage. Anything else for your turn?
I'm going to bustle outside. Wait, hold on. Can I see through the window? Do I see the scorpion dude through the window?
You do not.
Okay, well, I'm going to bustle the fuck outside.
Okay. I don't really have a door there, so I'll just teleport you outside. Okay. You go outside, and you don't see any sign of him, though you do see a small basement entrance nearby.
I'm going to go into the basement entrance. I'm going to open it up.
Okay, you open it up. Make a perception check. Okay.
Oh.
It is rather dank and musty down there, but that's all that you can sense. Let's go to somebody else. It's this dude. It's this dude. This guy is going to continue to try and attack Murder Death. Actually, he might just run. He's going to disengage and jump out the window here. Murder Death snaps after him, but quickly turns its attention to others. It is Murder Death's turn. He's going to decide who he wants to go after. Okay, he's going to go after the backstabber right near him, lunging with a bite. And it misses. This guy is a bit more talented, and he's able to deflect it. Myra gets up from her prone position, and she's going to try and go after Mao here. She's going to try and find a way to actually make this work. So I don't know if she can. Yeah, we can make it work. She casts a spell. Predictable. That spell So she holds out her hand, and right near you, Mao, you see the area around you is starting to freeze, and icicles are starting to jut out from the ground. And she's going to cast a ice variant of spike growth. Right about there, yeah.
Is there a way to change that opacity?
I'm gonna try. So that's gonna be on the background layer, and then I'm gonna try and I don't know if I can change its opacity.
I mean, at least that way that might be fine as is, but
Oh well. Either way, it's obscuring most of the area, and either way, it's difficult terrain, and any movement through it is going to cause
Do I have a
damage.
dex save or anything?
I believe no. Let me check. I believe it's just damage for moving through it.
So
So,
no evasion.
creature moves into the area, into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet you travel. That's about it. So, if you move through it, you will take damage. Myra laughs to herself and starts moving her way up here. Meanwhile, it's this guy's turn. This guy is going to attack Zumasu. Now that he is flanking you, he actually has a special thing that improves his flanking. I call it backstab. He gets +2 to his flanking, in addition to his +1.
But is that guy really his ally?
Well, he's threatening you. The enemy of my enemy. Either way, I don't think that hits because he only gets an 18. He does get 2 attacks, though, so he will try again. And of
That
course,
still doesn't hit.
he fails. Those are abysmal rolls for him. And, yeah, in spite of his cunning and connivingness, you were able to resist. Now, it's your turn. You are surrounded by icicles jutting out from the ground.
So it's as long as I don't move, I won't accrue damage.
Yeah, there are icicles all around you, threatening to poke at your vulnerable flesh.
I take my scimitar, I stab it into the nearest one, and I pull out my bow.
Okay, you stab your scimitar into the ground and pull out your bow.
Fuck you, bitch. I have a catchphrase too. It's called die.
Ah,
I'm not saying Cinder Smite Ignite.
you just did! Who are you
No,
shooting at?
damn it.
Who are you shooting at, Myra?
Yes.
Okay. So that is gonna hit. Okay. There's no sneak attack this time around.
Nope.
Um,
Right, piercing and fire in that one.
Yeah, she doesn't I was just checking, she doesn't have vulnerability to fire. But it's not like she's resistant to it. So that's gonna be a total of 23 damage? Yes. Ugh. Okay, anything else for you? Standing from your...
I'm just gonna stand right there.
Okay, this guy is going to, try and attack Murder Death here. With some scimitar attacks. That is going to be at least 1 hit. So that's going to be a total of 16 damage. And then Murder Death is going to need to make a save. Murder Death is now poisoned. You see him start moving a bit sluggishly and a bit more clumsily. It looks like he's getting a little dizzy. The Stinger just kind of chuckles to himself, but he ends his turn. It is Reed's turn. Reed... yeah, he's just going to keep attacking Zumasu. He's going to kind of get into a different advantageous position here and keep attacking. Might as well get you idiots out of the way. And that's going to hit for 18 damage. He's then going to try and trip you, Zumasu.
He likes tripping people.
He does. He has it as an ability, so
does
he
work.
will. Okay, so make a strength save. Because you might still be fine. Might is a strong word. You fall prone.
Yeah. Okay. That's 9 damage.
Yes. 9 bludgeoning as you are kicked to the ground.
Okay. And I gotta make 2 concentration checks.
Yes. Might as well do that now. Okay. Still fine. Maintaining that concentration. And the other one wasn't a ton of damage, so that one still works. What's his face? Reed is now going to straight up Sephiroth Zumasu as he leaps from the sky and brings his halberd down onto this prone, vulnerable Spenth in Groucho Marx glasses. It's halberd time. Even with advantage,
It just dings across my armor.
he actually has a 22 because of the flanking.
It still dings across my armor because of the bonus.
Right, because you have the shield of faith.
Yep. So
The
if
shield
anything,
of
the
faith.
shield of faith blocks it.
Yeah, that is exactly what blocks it. It gets just in place of his halberd that's heading straight for your heart. And then it clinks and falls off, and he just kind of skids onto the ground, landing a little too close to comfort to Myra's spikes on the ground. Careful with these things, you blasted fool! Zumasu, it's your turn. You're prone, and
Can I
grappled.
still attack from prone? Or
Yeah.
how does this work? Okay, I'm gonna attack the guy who still got me stupidly grappled.
So you have disadvantage on attack rolls.
That still hits.
Yep, that does still hit. You're attacking Reed or the Stinger?
The stinger.
Okay.
I want to get out of this damn grapple.
Okay. You almost do. He's at 1 hit point. You reach for the Stinger, who still has a death grip on you, and stab into him once again. You can feel his grip loosening, but he is still fighting.
God damn it. Can I just try and scare him off and just be like, you can still live? Something. Back out now.
I mean, you can certainly try. You're kind of prone on the ground and grappled.
I guess. I don't know. It might be.
How-
I have intimidation ranks. Not high enough. You're just confused.
Yeah, he's in the heat of battle, and he knows the penalty for going against the Stingers. He is not fully intimidated by you. He's scared of you, but it's not enough to rout him.
I
Oh
can
wait, you
make
still
a
have
second
another attack. I did
Yeah.
that prematurely, because that's usually your last-ditch effort. That does not hit.
Okay. Can I still get up if I'm in a grapple, or how does this work?
You cannot move because you don't have any movement to the grapple.
That's great.
So you are stuck prone. You are literally pinned to the ground by him in trying to intimidate him. I
I'll
have my
shoot him.
rights. All right. This guy sees an opportunity and is going to try and shoot at Murder Death again. Actually, he takes out his short sword. He's going to get onto the table here and just barely get in there to stab. That does not hit Murder Death. Does he have 2 attacks? I don't think he does. No, he doesn't. Okay, Boom Crash. It is your turn. You are a little dizzy as you stumble into this basement area. You look around trying to find where Crastalix has gone, but you don't see any sign of him. You just see a bunch of barrels, a bunch of crates, a bunch of shelves, a bunch of sacks filled with food and other just supplies. I'm going to need you to make a perception check with disadvantage thanks to the poison. Yeah, it's...
Bless you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Boom Crash sneezes a few times as she's trying to stumble about the basement, looking for signs of where Crastalix has gone. You dump over a few barrels and whatnot, trying to get them out of the way.
Have I actually gone in there? I thought I just opened the door and looked down.
Oh, sorry, I thought you went down there.
No,
No,
no, not yet. I just opened the door. I didn't have enough movement to actually go down.
Oh, okay. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Back second.
What I would like to do is sort of I don't want to abandon the party, but I also don't want to leave things alone, so I'm just gonna throw a Hunger of Hadar down there.
Okay, you throw a Hunger of Hadar down there and then slam the door?
Yeah, pretty much. Can I see? So the window is, somewhere around here?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's probably blocked by the dynamic lighting, but yeah.
hold on. Let me just. I'm going to go in and try and figure out. Okay, that's where the window is. It's right there. So I'm going to peer through the window and see if I can see anybody to hit with an Eldritch Blast.
So you can see,
I'm
you
just gonna
can less
pop in.
easily see Myra, but you can more easily see this guy who has, oh, I'm on the wrong layer. You can more easily see this guy who is pinning Zumasu. Reed is kind of short and behind cover. Zumasu is down on the ground. That's about all that you can see. A lot of these
Okay.
people seem to have a bit of cover from you.
Okay. Good to know. So I guess I'm gonna stay outside and ready to shoot off Eldritch Blast because I can't fire more than one spell. So, do I hear anything from where I fired the Hunger of Hadar down there?
You hear the inky whispers of darkness, but you didn't hear much else.
Okay. That's fine.
Going screaming into your void.
That guy
Okay.
ran out the window. It's fine. It's Murder Death's turn. Murder Death is going to use their repulsion breath against this guy here. And let's do... What's that? Repulsion breath. 30-foot cone. Strength save. Okay. Yeah, he's going to do a 30-foot cone. He'll try and not to get Myra in there, so he will... Yeah, she can't move that way either. Oh, he has something he can do. He jumps up into the air and flies. So he's flying up near the rafters where that stuffed Ankeg is like kind of looming. He's not very high off of the ground, and he's just going to move down over here and blast in this general direction. So I'm going to need everybody, including Reed and Zumasu, and really it gets everybody except Mao and Boom Crash to make strength saves. This is going to include these poor
I'm
fuckers.
actually fine. This doesn't count as magical though, right?
It is not magical. It is a breath weapon. Okay. Myra is blasted into the back wall. The Stingers guy is fine. The other Stingers guy just barely fails. Reed succeeds. Zumasu succeeds. So, literally just this one guy who is right in front of it, he kind of like puts his hands in front of his face and goes, ah! And he is pushed back 30 feet, dragging him through 3 squares of spikes. So he's going to take some d4s of damage. It's going to be 6 d4s of damage. He takes 15 damage, and he is still alive, but he is not looking very good as he is dragged through icicle spikes that are now kind of stabbing through his back a bit. Murder Death's done. It's Myra's turn. She gets up from prone, and...
Wait, does this guy die?
No, he wasn't affected.
Oh, but wasn't I affected?
No, you are not affected either.
Oh, I thought we still take damage if it's a half, even if we make the save.
There's no damage. He just blasts you back 30 feet. He took damage because he blasted back 30 feet through spikes.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Okay, Myra's turn. Myra is going to... Let's just... Yeah, why not? Oh wait, that won't do much. Well, let's do a snowball swarm over near Mao, I think. So I'm gonna need Mao to make a... What type of save is this? Oh, thing. Herp derp. It is a dex save. Make a dex save. Okay, you do succeed, so you're gonna take half damage, which is none.
Nice.
So she launches a snowball at you that explodes outward into a bunch of smaller snowballs, but you are able to duck behind an icicle, and the icicle breaks instead of your body. Myra starts walking around here. 1, 2, 3. Come on, Reed. Let's get out of here. They obviously don't have it. And it's this guy's turn. This guy is going to attack Zumasu, of course. This time with a 23. Yeah, 23.
That'll hit.
That will hit. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Okay, if that does hit, you take 7 piercing.
Okay, gotta roll.
And he will try it again. This time, though, against Reed.
Barely.
Hey, I thought we were... And he's gonna hit Reed. No, he's not gonna hit Reed. It actually hits Reed's armor. You backstabbing! That's my name, don't wear it out. Mao, it's your turn.
Well, let's shoot the thing that's about to kill, or trying to kill Zumosu.
That guy?
The one on the left. He's not dead, right?
He's not dead, he is still kicking, just barely.
Fuck. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Is that inspiration?
Yep.
You use your inspiration. As you fire Cinder Smite, it goes past the Stingerback's head with a visible light show as it lands next to a mug right next to him, and then that explodes into a flaming alcohol blast here, and it's going to
Alaska.
It's going to deal plenty of damage to him specifically. He only had 1 hit point. He goes down.
Yeah, I know. It's overkill, but it's fine.
Anything else for you?
No. I'm hanging out in this little spot. I'm not moving.
Okay. It is this guy's turn. This guy is going to decidedly disengage. And he's going to move up this way. And through the door. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he comes outside and sees Boom Crash. He doesn't have enough actions to do anything about you, so he just takes some cover over yonder with the rest of his dash. It is Reed's turn. He all the way. By the way, you are released, Zumasu, from your grapple.
Yeah, but I'm still technically on the floor.
You are still on the floor. Reed is going to... Yeah, I guess I'll just keep attacking you.
Ooh, misses.
2 misses. He finally just tries to kick you in the head while you're down, which still misses. Gah.
I just do that fetal position in my armor, and it just is clinking against me. It's like, ha, you like that? And I'm like, I don't feel anything.
I'll never understand how tough you are. We'll crack that shell sometime, but in the meantime... Righto, Myra. Zumasu, you do get an attack of opportunity with disadvantage, I think.
Okay. That misses.
It misses. You try and swipe at him as he leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he ends his turn. Zumasu, it is your turn.
Getting up takes half your movement.
It does.
Okay. I get up, half my movement, and then I'm just gonna jump over to this thing, and I'm gonna attack Myra. I'm gonna use Justice Blade.
So that's plus 10 to the attack.
I'm gonna do this non-lethally. Oh, I already swung it anyway, so that definitely hits.
Yeah, a 35 will hit, weirdly enough. Okay, with the smiting power of Hieronius, a lightning bolt slams into your longsword, and it swipes true, hitting Myra for a total of 24 damage, which does bring her down to 0.
Non-lethally, so she's technically knocked out.
Yeah, she's unconscious.
Thank God.
I'm gonna yell out to Reed, "Hold it! You care about your comrade, right?"
You will have to resolve that on his next turn.
Okay.
This Stinger's guy is going to point his hand crossbow up towards Murder Death. And hits Murder Death for 6 piercing damage. Murder Death goes down.
Shit.
Murder Death lands unconscious and poisoned on the spikes below.
That thing gonna die on those spikes?
Maybe.
As long as it doesn't move.
Murder Death has taken one automatic failed death save from the spikes. Down to dragon. The other stingers won't believe me. Boom Crash, it is your turn.
I'm going to step. And does he still have cover?
No, he doesn't. Okay, none of those hit.
Awesome!
You start shooting, but it's clear that the poison is starting to take hold as your shots go awry and land into the building and into the sky. You hold your head as the world is starting to spin. Anything else for you?
Can I duck into and get cover in the trapdoor area?
Presuming that the Hunger of Hadar doesn't reach all the way up the stairwell, sure.
Yes. Okay. Then I will do that.
Okay, you
Because
duck.
I wanted it to go sort of like deeper into.
Understandable, and it does.
Yeah.
You duck down into there. It is Murder Death's turn, who is going to make a death saving throw.
Wah, wah.
They take another failed death save.
Oh.
Murder Death is about to be murdered and dead. It is Myra's turn. She is unconscious. Okay, that's fine. That guy's dead. Mao, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna shoot the stinger flunky.
All right. That's gonna hit.
Your smite ignite.
No!
It's your catchphrase.
It's your catchphrase, dude.
I only need to say it to use it as a light source.
As he's
Technically.
cheering on himself for taking down a dragon, he gets a fiery blast to his chest and is knocked off the table. And he lands with a thud. He is down.
Do I accrue damage to save the tiny thing? Nope. End my turn.
End your turn. Oh, by the way, I need to check the thing on these ice spikes.
I have not been moving.
No, but I need to make sure it's not a concentration.
Oh,
So that actually goes away.
nice. Which means that Murder Death didn't accrue one, because Myra was actually knocked out first.
I'll say that they lasted long enough to give him one as they melted.
Alright.
So let's fucking layer is that? That's one. Okay, the icicles start to break apart and melt in the desert heat of New Dawn. So, you can move freely if you wish.
I mean, assessing what's going on, I don't see anybody up, right?
Nope. You don't. You
Wait,
just
what
see,
happened to the ice thing?
It melted.
Myra lost concentration.
She's unconscious.
Okay.
Well, we've been making a ruckus. I should probably actually look out the front doors to make sure no one else is coming.
You look out the front door, and you can see that the Stinger's flunky that jumped out the window is running down the street. It is morning. There are people around, and some people are starting to take notice of the bar fight that seems to be going on.
I'll chase him.
Okay, you start chasing him down. You can run faster than him, so it's going to be a matter of getting up to him next turn and being sure that he can't duck out of your sights.
Yeah.
All right. This guy's turn. He is still up, surprisingly. He's going to rush towards where Boom Crash is, open the doors, and hold up his heavy crossbow down into the pit there. He's going to fire one off at Boom Crash, which does miss. It is pretty dark down there. He isn't able to see you. He goes to reload it. It is Reed's turn. Zumasu, make an intimidation check. Or not. That's up to you. If
I did. Sorry.
Oh, there it
Did I
is.
hear me?
Going slowly.
Okay. So, as you yell for Reed, Reed stops at the door, and he slowly walks into the room. Myra. He looks at you angrily, Zumasu, and he drops his halberd on the ground with a toss. It clatters to the ground. Fine. He gives up.
Alright, here's what's gonna happen, Reed. I'm gonna go fix your dragon, and you guys are gonna help us get our thing back.
Can't you just let us go? We'll just let you have it.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, and I kind of like brandish the longsword, and then I point to the dragon. Either way, these two are gonna not have a very good fate.
Whatever. Heal the dragon.
Okie dokie. Is it my turn?
It is.
I poke over and I poke it and I heal the dragon for 5.
Reed readied his action. He's going to rush over to Myra and just kind of like console her. Looks. Okay, you head over.
I can take. She's not. I'm gonna let him know she's not bleeding out or anything, so I can fix her in a second if you make sure that she'll listen.
Okay. Zumasu. So you are. How are you murdering? So how are you healing murder, death?
Lay on hands.
Okay.
Just five little hit points.
5 hit points. I got it. You pump 5 hit points into murder death, whose eyes flutter awake in your arms. You can see that he still seems dizzy from the poison. He instantly like gets rigid and squawks at you.
So do you feel like I am on the handling or something?
I would say so.
There, buddy. And I kind of look to Reed. Calm your dragon down.
You look to Reed, who is pouring a potion down Myra's gullet.
Of course he is.
Myra does get some healing. She's now at least conscious, but she is still not looking very good comparatively. She's not at 0 anymore, though. Murder Death's eyes flutter open, and as you calm Murder Death down, he seems to understand that you're not a threat and have, in fact, healed him. He gets up and kind of shudders. His wings flutter out like a butterfly getting used to itself again. And you can see that he's still wavering from whatever poison the Stingerbacks put into him. Anything else for you, Zumasu?
I don't have many actions, so I'm just going to say one more thing. Oh, I guess you could do that, Reed. What about we split whatever stuff they have in their basement?
You know, that sounds amicable.
Alright. Let's go back up my ally.
Did I use that word right? Yes, Reed, you used it right. Yes. Alright. That guy's unconscious. Or dead. Boomcrash, you are stuck between your own Hunger of Hadar and a dude with a crossbow.
Eldritch Blast.
Suppressing fire!
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, 2 of those hit.
Hey.
He seems to think that he's in the advantage here as he sees you like wavering. But then with this Hunger of Hadarkness,
I mean, accurate.
accurate, funny, I like it, almost canon. This darkness is writhing behind you from your Hunger of Hadar, and it surges and swells as you launch some Eldritch Blasts. The first one is a mere warning shot as it whizzes past him, and in his smugness, he doesn't see the other 2 coming, and he is blasted back out of the basement door, and he goes down. Alright, there is just one thing I think to take care of in this combat situation. Murder Death is now neutral towards Zumasu. Myra gets up from prone. That's fine. Mao, so you are chasing down this Stinger's flunky. You can see his red bandana as he is dodging through the streets in the ever-growing crowds of people heading out to market. I'm going to need you to chase him down, so I'm going to need you to make 3 checks for me. I'm going to need you to make first an athletics check to catch up to him. Okay, your legs do not fail you. You manage to get closer to him. He ducks down into a side alleyway, jumping over a fence and knocking down a bunch of barrels and like swinging along a tethered clothesline that snaps open, leaving a bit of destruction in his wake. I'm gonna need you to make an acrobatics check as you dip, duck, dive, and dodge over these obstacles. With a 32, you do exactly what I just said. All of those D words. As you
Get down.
as you make your pursuit. Finally, the flunky emerges out into a crowded area. You start to lose sight of him, and have you make a perception check to make sure that you can find him.
Hopefully I don't need the inspiration. Woo!
Okay. The perfect assassin, Mao, you see the flunky trying to, like, blend in with the group of people. He's no longer, like, running. He's just trying to hide. And you just kind of, like, shuffle on over to him. And as you pass by him, he suddenly catches a glimpse of you and recognizes you with a sudden realization. And you just walk up past him casually and stab a dagger into his chest and just go, Requiescat in pace. And he falls, and you continue walking to a group of gawking people in the background. Assassino! Bastardo! And
Can I actually not kill him though and like just bring him back? I don't know if I actually want to kill him.
sure.
You want to do a non-lethal?
I
Now
was
doing non-lethal? Damn.
You stab
That's
him
a first.
non-lethally, and instead of that sudden, cool Assassin's Creed thing
I
happening,
mean, I can still assassino him. I just stab him in a place where it really hurts and knock him out and carry him away.
Here, I'm doing it for you.
Yeah.
You stab him in a non-lethal area. He sinks and slumps over your shoulder, and you just carry him away, just patting his back. There, buddy. And you walk him back
Yeah.
to the... I almost said the salty spittoon. To the spittle spittoon. How tough are you? Okay.
I eat nails for breakfast.
Without any milk. Okay, Murder Death is being nursed back to health. This Stinger's flunky is being nursed to an inch of his health.
I just toss him on the ground and I throw him at Zamosu. Here you go. He's kind of alive.
That's fine. We'll leave him. We're gonna go after these guys now. Reed's now on our side. They're gonna split the treasure, whatever they got, if we can find her thing.
So we're just gonna piss off this gang for no reason, not blame it on them, and then they're gonna remember this, right? You know that.
I mean, it's the fastest way to get back the thing. We're gonna be raiding their dungeon anyway.
Are the worst cop.
Listen, Myra says as she like comes out to the front here. Boomcrash, you can also rejoin them very easily if you would like to.
I'm going to dismiss my hunger for Fedar.
Okay.
Because I don't necessarily know what's happening, so I'm going to start venturing a little bit further down the hallway.
Okay. Now that scene happens that I previously described, where you try and perceive him, but you see no sign of him in your dizzying stupor.
Okay.
He doesn't appear to be here, but you don't know where he went since this is a closed room. Okay, Myra comes out with Reed, kind of like supporting her over his shoulder, and she says, "Could make this mutually beneficial. If you want,
You're going to make this mutually beneficial, and you're going to take the credit for all of this death.
we'll take the credit as far as the Stingerbacks are concerned, but you're going to take the credit as far as our boss is concerned, so that we don't get in trouble for losing his stuff."
You mean
Who's his boss?
Taurus?
A Taurus? What? No, the Take.
The what? The take?
I thought they said you were vintners, guys.
We are vintners. Yeah.
They're contracted. Don't forget, they're not actually vintners.
Well, that contract kind of ended as soon as you guys foiled the operation back in the desert in the Scablands.
Okay, so no, they're no longer contracted anymore. They're actually just working on their own.
We're
Got
still
it.
trying to make up for our losses. We just moved into New Dawn and figured that we would set up some operations here, do some odd schemes.
Figured you'd be really loud and just come barging into this place and kill a bunch of people without any sort of, fallback. You're not very smart, are you?
Listen, it's kind of about the presentation. Yes, it's about the presentation. You can't be villains unless
Now
you
we
have...
don't have time to discuss
They're too loud.
They are, but we still need to go probably back up Wim Crash, and we now have a little dragon to help us, and I kind of give Murder Death a pat on the head. So let's get going. We don't know what she's up to now.
The dragon is still looking a little dizzy. It shakes its head, but it's looking a bit better.
Do I have an action to be able to fix its poison? Because I can technically do that.
You can do that by pumping 5 points of your lay on hands into him.
Yeah, I was just wondering in terms of action economy, we got the time for me to just be like,
Yeah,
okay,
no, we're no
there.
longer in fighting initiative.
All right, I fixed his poison.
Okay.
So
I go-
they're taking the credit for all of this, right?
For the most part, we're just trying to get some other stuff of whatever these guys have, and then we
My
probably
dagger into a lethal spot on this flunky.
Requiescat in pace.
Yes.
Okay, he dies.
Glad I carried him back for no reason.
Well, now he's not in the
we
middle of
don't need to
nowhere.
necessarily do that.
Look, we're not leaving anyone here to say that they saw us.
I guess that's fair. We were really just defending ourselves.
Okay. Myra and Reed, they just kind of like follow you guys. Reed eventually dispenses another healing potion, this time to Murder Death. Here you go, buddy.
I'm gonna zap myself with some healing. I put 20 into me, and I put 15 into Mal.
Okay. Murder Death is looking a bit healthier. Not super healthy. Oh, well, he's not bloodied anymore, actually. Forgot he doesn't have a ton of hit points. Myra's looking the worse off. They follow you guys outside and into the back.
I only got those healing gems yet, and I'm not using those on these guys.
I would have grabbed my scimitar as I walked into the room, also,
Sure.
because I had tossed that into the ice.
Okay, you head...
Oh, I'm gonna grab a. Is there any? This is just stupid. I'm gonna grab whatever bottle of wine or something I see on the way through this little pantry area.
Good stuff.
That's fair, I guess. Find a you find a small cask. There doesn't seem to be a ton of wine here. It's mostly lower quality stuff. But you do find a cask that's lined in like what appears to be silver for the where there would normally be iron on the barrels. And inscribed on the side, it says "Deal Makers." It looks like it looks like a very expensive sort of thing, but it's a small
I just
enough
shove it
cask.
into my bag of holding.
Okay,
So deal breaker's cask.
yeah, cask of Deal Breaker.
This says deal maker. I
Sorry.
misheard it.
Did it's Deal Maker.
Okay, I heard breaker.
I think I said Breaker the second time.
Yeah, because I thought this was like you mean like Mentos? This is Mentos flavor.
Mmm. Okay, you guys head out and find Boom Crash stumbling about the basement. It looks like she's a little dizzy, the same way Murder Death was.
Guys, you took care of everything?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And please do not hit me with one of those. She sees you readying an Eldritch Blast as you see Myra and Reed heading down the stairs with your allies.
They're taking credit for fucking this up.
We let them live to help us raid this basement, I guess.
Fabulous.
No. Zumosu let them live.
Boom Crash sort of looks at Mao and gives her a look and is like, I figured. Of the two, yeah, no, I figured. That was fairly obvious. I'm gonna look at Myra and say, I'm still pissed at you for popping my familiar. And for attacking me in the street and imposing on my goodwill.
Listen, business is business. We had business to do, and we had business with you, so we figured we'd settle
No,
things.
You didn't have business with me. This is personal. Fuck you guys. And she turns away and she keeps on looking around.
She kind of turns her nose at you, and Reed just kind of goes, I just take it as a compliment. He kind of pushes forward.
I pull out a camel femur that I have in my inventory and I give it to Murder Death to chew on like a dog toy.
Don't give him that. He could choke on that. Myra snatches it out of your hand.
But he looks so happy with it.
Fine, take it. I hope you choke. Murder Death happily gnaws on the camel femur. Okay. You guys are in a basement. I don't have another map for this, so
So,
if that's what
skill
you were
check
waiting for,
perception.
yeah, you guys look around the room, trying to find any sign of Crastalix.
Hey,
Oh.
Mal, say the thing.
Oh, finally.
You do. Did Zumasu heal you of your poison?
I did not know she was poisoned in canon yet.
Well, she
She
was
looked like
stumbling.
shit.
She was
All right,
stumbling about
I'll
like
fix
murder
her.
death. So you stumble right past a shelf, but you just kind of move past it as if there's nothing there. As Zumasu cures you of your poison, your sight returns to you, and you can see that there is a faint outline of something beyond the shelf. It looks like the shelf is kind of embedded in the wall. Unlike the other shelves that are freestanding, it looks like there might be some kind of secret door here.
Do we want to find the secret passage, or I hold out my sword? Do we want to just smash it?
I'm.
I'll do a
Let's
quick
be-
investigation.
Let's be smart. Yeah, let's be a little bit smarter about that.
So I'll just hold out the sword and use it to tip-tap along the wall to see if anything's weird on the spots.
Okay. You start looking for any signs of what might open this thing. Eventually, you find what appears to be a bottle of wine, which does look out of place because there wasn't any wine anywhere else in this establishment. The wine is glued to the shelf, it seems. You kind of pull it, and it turns like a lever, and the shelf kind of like angles outward towards you as if it's a door released on its hinges. There's a handle on the back of it with which to close it, but it reveals that there is a kind of dug out hole in the ground ahead of you guys.
I guess I'll start working. This seems like something.
Okay. You guys start heading down into the holes. I say holes because there are actually a few, branching out pathways here. And Myra kind of just casts a blue light spell, and Reed just kind of shows off his beard to light the way a bit.
I nudge Mao to say the thing.
What thing? I can see perfectly fine.
Come on. You don't get to do it often.
I whisper it so no one else can hear. I just go Alright.
Myra kind of looks you up and down and kind of like smirks. It's about the presentation, as Cinder Smite does in fact ignite and create some light for you guys. As they are following you, the Dark Mantles, Reed just kind of starts talking and says, "I heard that these guys had some sort of underground tunnel system. I hadn't seen it for myself though. We saw a bit of it, where we took your stuff. Didn't realize it connected to other things. That must have been how they got a hold of it."
Why wouldn't you use, if you're associated with the Vintners, why wouldn't you use their systems and their storehouses?
The Vintners are in New Dawn?
You work for the Vintners, you stupid fucks. How do you not know this?
Subcontract.
The boss doesn't tell us too much. We don't
They
hear much from him.
subcontracted for the Vintners. I mean, it seemed like the Scorpions were only just aware of the Vintners anyhow, so...
Also,
You guys should probably lay low no matter what happens after this.
Yeah,
They don't know how to do that. That's the reason why they're not told things.
I don't think that's true. Yeah, the boss loves us.
Yeah, except sometimes it's not about show. It's about keeping your mouth closed and doing the job.
And
So the thing about
sometimes
the-
it's about intimidating your foes.
or creating a loud and showy distraction so no one's looking at where the Vintners actually care about keeping their resources.
It's actually kind of smart using these guys as a decoy in a sense.
Oh, that would
We're
make a lot
not
more sense.
decoys. How dare you?
Do you know where the Vintners have their hideout? Do you actually know? Have you been there?
Well, yes. Well, actually, no. No, we haven't.
Okay.
We know where their
telling
base
you
is in
this-
Allure. We didn't know they had one in New Dawn. Perhaps this is a new development.
It is
Um,
technically a little on the down low, all things considered.
Yeah. Down low, that's right. Anyway, let's keep on going.
Fair
Just-
enough.
Guys, you have an animal that you don't treat very well. You have a pet that you don't treat very well, and she sort of gestures to Murder Death, and
What do you mean we don't treat it well?
you,
Murder
you-
Death's our baby! Reed kind of hugs Murder Death, who then nuzzles him.
I am very glad that you give him physical affection, but you smacked a toy immediately out of his hand, and you have insulted him multiple times in my presence, and you also refer to him as an it. Are those that's a little offensive.
Yeah, dude, come on. Like, I'm not even that mean to kids.
You are.
Boom
Yes,
Crash
he
also
hates-
like gestures to Mao, is like,
She
"The
really hates
standard is
kids.
low.
What? What? No, I don't hate kids.
I nudge you.
Yeah, I hate kids.
Okay.
Anyway, whatever. Okay, let's just
Keep going.
I just
But don't tell
I
us.
want you guys to be careful because it seems like for everything. Oh God, why am I doing this? I'm pissed at you.
Mama
Please.
bird being a mama bird.
Listen.
Mama Bird can't help it.
Like any pet, pets need discipline. They need to be trained. Murder Death is especially difficult to train, being a dragon. He can take anything that we can dish out. And we give him
Does it-
plenty of nuzzles and plenty of food when we can afford
Okay.
it.
It's especially if you're dealing with an intelligent little boy, which is what you have here. You need to use compassion and reason more than discipline.
I think we give plenty of both. He gets
Okay.
plenty of compassion at home.
Okay,
Compassion
Great.
at home.
I haven't seen that, so I'll take your word. Anyway, just be careful of the vintners. Just be careful. A little bit, please. I worry about you because if you are
I mostly just worry
don't
about your
know-
dragon there. If something happens to you guys, I don't know what happened to this guy.
Well, I'm
Because
glad that
you're
you're concerned
definitely
for our
confident.
safety. Either way, let's just find these people and get your things back so we can get out of here. These places are
I think-
impossible to navigate. Guys, I'm gonna need you to make an investigation check to find out where Crastalix may have gone. The tunnels are starting to branch off a lot in this area. Looks like it's
Okay,
almost
I do
a hub
want to
of
just bring up
sorts.
one thing beforehand. Before we got to the bar in the first place, I was able to use locate object to at least figure out it was in this area.
It was in this area.
I can technically use another charge if we want to do that, and I
If
got
you want
the
to do
party
that,
down.
you can definitely do that.
I do that.
Okay. As you guys are searching along the ground, you see lots of footprints in many directions. Murder Death isn't picking up anything on their sensors. But then Zumasu gets the idea and begins concentrating on Hyronius. Hyronius, guide me to Boomcrash's rod. And there is
Turn the
a
stolen objects to the rightful owners.
faint scent of like some indescribable scent that you take as magic, and it is coming down one of the right-hand hallways.
Old cheese.
Old cheese. It smells like old cheese. You
So
start.
magic is moldy and bacteria ridden?
This one is.
Yes.
Okay.
You start heading after the evil shadow staff, and you just kind of like start walking that way, and everybody just shrugs and follows. Eventually, you hear some distant clattering. You guys go into like stealth mode. I'm gonna have you do a group stealth check.
I'm bad at those, though.
I should take the lead.
Yeah. I did well this time with literally a 0 modifier.
Oh, flat 25 because of blind talent.
So I did the wrong person. Yeah. And yeah. Sorry, bit of menuing.
That?
Yeah, they're used to sneaking around and putting on very good disguises. So they start sneaking around, and you guys are all approaching rather stealthily. Boom Crash is muttering a bit too much under her breath at vengeance for stealing this thing, but you guys approach unheard. Eventually, the path opens up, and you see Crastalix, and they are loading some stuff. It looks like there's a small storage area here with a bunch of little boxes and chests and a few shelves, and it looks like a gear depot as well. But it's just Crastalix here, and he hasn't noticed you guys. He's loading stuff into a chest, and it looks like he's getting ready to move.
Boom Crash sort of nudges at Mao and does the finger guns.
What does finger running across throat mean? I will dive in. I'm gonna charge at him.
Assassinate!
Wait, before you
Assassinate!
do
You're
that,
surprised!
I'm gonna cast Bless on everybody. So,
Everyone, I'm going to use my verbal and somatic components to cast Bless.
No.
I mean, I could do that from before he
I was
notices
already
us.
running.
I asked you to
Yeah.
make stealth checks. You are presumably close enough to need stealth checks.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know.
Boom Crash wants Mao to murder the fuck out of this dude. Murder him.
Mao, you go after him and assassinate, and that is going to hit, and it is going to deal an auto crit because he is surprised for 45 damage. Surprisingly, he doesn't go down from that, but gravely injured. Oh, you guys can't see his health bar.
No, but maybe we can use it to our advantage when trying to convince him to give our shit back.
Yeah, you use your scimitar, go up next to him, and swipe away at his back, and then sling your sword up to his throat. What do you want from me? He goes to, like, move his stinger tail from underneath his robes to go and stab at you, but as soon as the rest of the people arrive, he kind of, like, stops, and he weighs his options.
A little fire kind of just shimmers from my eyes. I wouldn't attack me, or else you are dead.
You could have made some money, but you missed that opportunity, so...
I knew you
Carrot?
were working together.
Shit! No, we're not, but your boys are kind of all down and... well, enemy of my enemy and all that. So, where's my rod?
He jerks his head towards the chest that he was loading. He lowers his stinger from Mao.
Oh, no, please attack me. Please, you will die.
No, he lowered it.
I know, she's just being insulted because she sees it.
She wants a fight.
Yeah.
Don't be a
Okay.
dick.
Boom Crash picks up the chest and moves it sort of further away from him and starts investigating the lock.
Okay. Start looking through. Oh, good. The API has busted. You do eventually find your rod in there. The locate object was successful. Just gonna reset the API real quick, like. You start looking through, and you do find a few what look to be either magical or rare contraband. You can also see that there is a small lockbox that jingles when you pick it up. It is locked.
I want all of it. So, I'm going to pick up the lockbox and toss it to Mao. And start examining everything else.
Well, I'll let it kind of fall to my feet. Anybody want to come over and hug this guy?
Zuzu, come on. And she sort of, like, ushers
Wouldn't that
Zuzu
be
into
helping her of like find the locate object thing anyway? But I can switch with Mao.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just not letting him
Yeah,
stand
I
down.
can. I'm gonna put manacles on him,
Okay.
I guess, and then yeah, I'll take over for holding him a hostage.
You put manacles on the tailed man.
Yeah, don't forget the tail.
There,
I mean, I could only do so much.
yeah, there are not 3 holes in the manacles. So you pick the lock on this box, and you can find inside that there is about 2,500 gold pieces, as well as 70 platinum pieces.
Ooh.
Chump change.
Right, 'cause we're so spoiled.
Yeah, well, not to a small thieves' den.
Okay,
Just-
so
How many
hold on.
platinum?
How many platinum pieces?
It's in the chat. The
Oh, okay, fabulous.
roll
Thank
20
you.
chat.
Okay. Are you writing that down for the big bag? Because if not, I was gonna keep them on me. Or we can write it down.
We could do either, honestly. But yeah, who wants
yeah.
them?
I'll write it down for now.
Okay. Okay, doke.
There's also a few art items in here. You're not sure if they're magical, but a cursory glance afterward will, or an in-depth glance afterward will reveal that they are not. But they are worth something. I'm going to have you guys make an investigation check real quick. Or rather, intelligence. It's intelligence to identify.
Yeah.
Well,
Ooh, all that homework is not doing me good.
Well, it's not doing good as far as identifying treasures. They do seem to probably be worth around 150 gold pieces. There's a brass crown, an ivory necklace, and a coral idol with coral gems. They're all worth about 150.
Do we want to keep the art stuff? Or just the gem?
Yeah, I'll put this. I'll keep it because shinies and we can sell them later.
True.
There also appears to be, amongst the more magical-looking items, there appears to be a magic ring, a magic staff. That one was like on the side of this, but it is emanating a magical aura that you guys can tangibly touch.
Mm-hmm.
Might
I'll
be good
cast
to not...
identify once we're back.
Yeah, and we should keep anything magical hidden.
Oh yeah, I'm putting it in my bag of holding.
And last but not least, there is a spellbook.
Yes.
Ooh.
You look through it, and it is definitely what I just said. It is a spellbook. It looks to be of the standard sort, book with pages, and there's several spells that are inscribed within it. It'll take some time to look through it and see what sort of spells are inside of it, but definitely useful for a wizard.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well.
Prastelix just kind of angrily watches as you guys go through this stuff. You do find your rod as well. It has been reclaimed. Myra and Reed just say, "Did you say you were going to split any of this with us?" Yeah, wasn't there? We split the wealth.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
What
let's
are you
promise them
thinking?
things.
What did you say, Boomcrash?
Oh no, I was just gonna ask them what they were thinking.
Well, looks like you got some gold there, and some magic items. You can have your thing, obviously. But maybe we take this staff and ring.
Not until I know exactly what they do. So let's just cast identify here and now. How does that sound?
Right here, middle of the Stingerback's den.
I kind of bump the scorpion guy's head. Is anybody checking out this area soon?
I don't have to tell you anything, and even if I did, what reason do you have to believe me?
It only takes a minute to cast it normally. If you're not doing it as a ritual.
Well, do you have 2 minutes?
I mean, we've been down here for how long? So
That's
I'm
fair.
okay.
Well, have
I'm
at
just
it
gonna knock out. I'm gonna knock out the Stingerback guy. Non-lethal knockout.
then. He goes limp.
You know we can't keep him alive.
Well, I'm just making sure he doesn't call for help while we're waiting here.
I mean, yeah, that's smart, but he can't stay alive.
We got disguises on. I'll leave it up to you to do what you gotta do.
I currently look like me.
You aren't. Weren't we like all disguised during this whole thing?
I was
You
disguised as other stuff when I was running around grabbing stuff for you.
only Boomcrash and Zumasu were disguised from the icons on the other screen at least.
I
Yeah.
don't have my hat.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, don't you have a disguise kit? Just be basic.
Yeah, we were focused mostly on our other
Come on.
friend, making sure that she was keeping on the down low.
Grandma on.
Yeah, babushka.
I'm doing the what I already dealt with my threat the way I feel free. I'm just walking away. That's all. I'm doing.
Well, I can identify one of them if you'd like.
Yeah,
Myra
sure.
says. Cut our time
So-
in
I'll go
half.
keep a lookout.
Reed and Zumasu keep a lookout as you guys identify these items. One appears to be the staff from the best of your knowledge. It is a staff of the adder. It has a snake-like head with a hooded cobra sort of sitch going on, and it can turn into an animated poisonous snake 1 minute under your control with a command word using a bonus action.
Nice. That's pretty neat. What about the ring?
How often does that turn into it?
It's a good question. Let me just see.
Just once a snake, always a snake, or is it like recharged every day?
This sounds like a super great Jafar cosplay, but
It's got infinite uses. You just need to speak another command word and it turns back to normal.
Neat. But wait, so then what's the point of having its duration be a minute? It just got to be reused again.
Yes.
Okay.
And also you can't just like let it loose. Like, hey, I created a poisonous snake. Go scout out the enemy fortress. After a minute, it just turns back to normal.
That's a good point. And does it? What happens if it dies as a snake?
If it dies as a snake, the head drops to 0 hit points. The staff is destroyed. As long as it is not destroyed, the staff regains all its lost hit points when it reverts to its inanimate form. So as long as it doesn't die while it's a snake, it does not die.
Okay, it's cool, but it seems a little.
yeah, I'm not that interested in it. What about the ring?
The ring appears to be a citrine gem inlaid in a woven ring of resistance. It grants resistance to lightning damage.
Ooh.
Myra
I
hands you
like
back
it a
the
lot, but
ring and says, well, these are the 2 magic items we found. You found yours, and you get most of the gold. And that
Just gave you
book.
the gold.
I mean, we're happy to split the gold. Like, that's no problem. Would you like the staff of the adder?
Well, it's not really my style, but perhaps I can pawn it off.
Look, it's another pet you can take care of and maybe practice on.
She rolls her
Oh.
eyes. Fine, I'll take it. I'm taking 2 of those treasures then, too. Since you're getting 2 magic items out of this.
And I'm
I
assuming,
kind of shrug.
Were you giving them
Well-
like 1,200 gold pieces and like 35 platinum?
That's half of it, so...
About that, yeah. It's technically 100 gold under.
Reed takes the coral idol, and Myra kind of grabs at the ivory necklace, puts it around her neck. Well, I think that this is a good arrangement. Now let's get out of here. Perhaps not the way we came. She eyes the back end nervously.
I don't really have a get out of a place spell.
You don't have an escape rope? It's pretty common where we're from.
No, I guess we got
Zubats, you
that.
see.
What, do we even know where we are technically from going through tunnels?
You've been going through a lot of tunnels. You haven't really strayed too far, but if you'd like, you can make a investigation check to try and find your way out, and also possibly uncover other information as well.
Yep. I'll take a look at the. I'll specifically look for other information, so I'm going to look at the crates and stuff.
Okay, you start looking at the crates. From the best of your knowledge, this appears to be a temporary storage place. it looks like there's, from your best estimations, there's probably places like this throughout these tunnels if they do reach most of New Dawn. But it doesn't look like this is like their main base of operations or anything. Boom Crash, from your looking around for another potential
Way to
exit,
get out. Yeah.
you do take note that these tunnels look kind of familiar the way that they were carved out. It looks like a lot of little ribbings and such, as if they were carved out by mantis-like pincers. These are Kruthic tunnels.
Fuck.
However, you haven't seen any signs of Kruthics in your immediate vicinity. Presumably, these Stingerbacks are using these tunnels unabated, if they're just willing to leave stuff out here in the open.
Yeah.
But eventually, you are able to find a shred of light coming from above, and you find what looks to be a sewage system just above a tunnel, and it's kind of leaking in a bit, causing a bit of drippage. It looks like there is a manhole cover of sorts that leads to the outside. You found a way out.
Hey.
That's good to know.
Okay. Well, let's boogie, I guess.
I think we'll explore these tunnels a bit more. Yeah. Perhaps we'll
Your
find...
funeral.
Perhaps we'll find something worth looking for.
We didn't move very far, did we?
Not from your location.
Okay, good. Because I want to make sure that Crastalix is dead.
That he's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna kill him.
I was gonna guess she was gonna off him while I turned my back, which is why I turned my back.
Yeah, he's gonna die.
Zumasu, can you just turn around for a second? No, all the way.
Oh, no
Okay.
peeking. What was that noise? Don't worry about it. I put a little blanket on top of his face.
He is dead
Well,
now.
if you guys are gonna go a different way, that's better for us anyhow. Just, don't get yourself killed, and as far as you're concerned, you've never seen us before.
Mm-hmm. We'll try and meet up with the vintners, I guess. Make sure that they don't know about you or anything.
Yes, again,
Guys,
do not
seriously,
mention
be
us.
careful.
Hey, you're the ones that chose to cross the vintners and these people. I'd be more worried about your safety. At least we have a family to back up.
Yeah, at least they think that you're the ones that killed them.
We do have a family. We have each other.
Well, then that's as good as us, then.
Yeah. Okay, well,
On murder death.
hopefully next circumstances are a little bit more pleasant when we run across each other again. Good luck.
We'll see. Good luck to you. They walk off down the Kruthic tunnels underneath New Dawn, and let's go back to the overmap.
Push open the sewage thing and reveal the light, and I squint my eyes, and then I breathe in fresh air. It probably smelled like crap down there.
Okay. It is now about noon, or approaching noon, in New Dawn. The sun is a bit higher in the sky. You are near the Spittle Spittoon, but not quite there. As you look into the contents of what you've gotten, Zumasu, you open that cask of yours to get a little sniff, and it appears to be some sort of spiced vodka, from the best of your
Nice.
palate. Furthermore, as you kind of swish it around, there's something moving in there. As you look inside with your dark vision, you can see that there's actually a scorpion that's like dead and like curled up inside of it.
It's one of those.
It's one of those deals.
So I got, like, New Dawn tequila.
Essentially, you got New Dawn tequila.
I'm cool with this. Oh, I'm gonna save you for a good time. I fill it back up.
Don't you have things that you need to do technically?
Not till nighttime.
Actually, it's kind of technically done already, isn't it? Not that I'm here.
I got the candle thing for him, but he still had to put it someplace.
He needs to bury it in the Twilight Exchange at nightfall.
Well,
Yeah.
Anyway,
I might need to borrow your services again, Mal, for an escape route.
you're burying something in the ground.
Yeah, but we know that they have, people walking about, and you're the one with the best mobility and stealth.
You're gonna owe me another favor. You're not gonna like how much I'm gonna be asking later.
I still consider this kind of all the same sort of thing.
I can agree to that.
We didn't necessarily specify that mount. We just said to help me with this.
Alright, I'll remember that.
That's fair.
Okay. Well, we should probably not smell like crap, and if we pass along some...
Hey, Book Crash, can you clean us up with prestidigitation? Can we find an alley corner and then head out of here?
Yeah, she snaps her fingers to
Yeah.
when we're in the alleyway.
All things considered, you aren't that dirty. Only a little scuffed. Just from the
We
battle.
also can get rid of the blood and stuff.
Yeah, I was carrying a dead guy, or a partially dead guy. I would like to buy new clothes at some point to help blend in a little bit better. So if we're passing any marketplaces with like robes and stuff, I'm gonna grab stuff quickly, blend into the community. Look like one of the people.
I'm a contact him on to just make sure nothing's happened.
You call Amon, who is staking out at Elgod's grotto, I believe. Were you doing anything while they are off on their little misadventure? I know that we didn't spend too much time on you.
No,
at all.
I'm a wanted man, so I decided to keep down. Also, I decided to keep down for the most part.
Okay.
What you say? I'm just like, breaker. This is snake, bird, and devil. We got the item. How you doing?
What the fuck are you talking about?
We succeeded in our mission. How are you?
I'm laying low. Like, it's a good thing that you guys got it done.
Yep. Laying low is just going to be the name of the game now. We're going to probably head back. See you in a bit.
All
Or
right.
I thought we were going to try and find a different lodging.
Well, the Spittle Spittoon did have lodgings. Don't know if you're welcome there anymore.
Yeah. Let's go and find something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a few other inns. There's the Gilded Rose, which is the known vintner's hideout. There's Bunderstones. There's Grundy's and the Dragonflame Dregs.
Dragonflame actually sounds pretty good.
Okay, let's go there.
Okay. Barbecue
And
tonight.
it's far
Which one's-
away from
Which
where
one's
we were.
close to the Twilight Exchange?
Oh, there actually is.
Is there one over here?
There is Shale's Spirits. No, that's not actually a tavern that you can stay at. There actually aren't any places that you can really stay at there.
Yeah, if anything,
Close
it's gonna
to
be like a tourist trap. It's gonna be over where the marketplace is and stuff.
Yeah.
Unless someone's got friends who lives here and we can get a private home.
I know.
Okay, never mind. Figured I'd ask.
Okay, well you can go and try and secure lodging there if you like.
Well, if we go there, we also need to pick up Amon and bring him there as well.
And you can do that.
Or we could tell him to meet us there.
It might be better to escort him just in case.
Yeah.
Or we could, stuff him in a hole and carry him.
It's a pretty long walk. I don't think. I mean, I have to pop him out every 10 minutes.
That's not that rough.
That's gonna cause problems. He can walk.
Yeah, one miscounted minute.
Eh.
Anywho, you take him. You guys go to Amon. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, you head to Amon, and meet him up at Elgod's grotto. Yeah, you guys can do that. Is there anything that you guys talk about in the meantime?
I have a question. How many days until we're moving out with the rest of the year?
One, I think, right?
Yeah,
One more-
he said 2 days. It's been... This is day 1, so there's one more day of activity before he wants to head out.
Hmm.
Probably dawn the next morning, because they would head out during the early hours in the desert.
We can try and
That's
meet
fine.
up with him and we can ask him if you want.
Well, he's biggest about it, but you know what? You guys do what you guys want to do, because as long as we make that journey, it's fine.
Alright, well, we need to move you.
Do we?
The Dragonflame Dregs is pretty far away from where I need to be. Blunderstone is a little bit closer, so I go with Blunderstone.
Thunderstones doesn't take girls.
They don't.
Uh,
That's what they said.
they only took girls during the
Oh, yeah, it was for events and parties.
For events and parties, and
That's what it was.
presumably drag night on the weekends.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been here before.
Yeah, we went there.
Ah,
That's
yes.
It's the Salt Genasi, the one that uses himself to make the rim job? Is that what the name of the drink was?
Close. It was the...
I'm trying to not think about that. God, it's so gross.
I think I just blocked out that place. So I guess
Rim shot.
Dragonflame Dregs is where it's gonna be, and I'm just gonna have
Yeah.
to poof it to the other place in time.
It's called a slingshot, that was what it was called.
Well, whatever.
Can I just gather some information, like generally asking around the lobby, questions about the curfew and stuff?
Sure. There's a few people in the lobby, but most of the people that are at Elgod's at this hour are probably relaxing in the baths.
Could I just ask, like, the lobby person, whoever runs the help desk, what are they called?
I don't know. You can just
Because
ask Willoughby, who is, in fact, present. They're the owner of the establishment.
So I'm gonna try and be a little discreet about it and just be like, so it seemed like the curfew was a little bit more lax yesterday. Is the celebration still going on today? Are we gonna be allowed to be out a little longer?
I'm afraid not, the male Triton says. The festivities ended yesterday, with the big fight in the gladiatorial arena. The curfew is a bit more strict on these days, especially with the war going on.
Wait, so then how long can I go out drinking?
Well, if you're planning on staying someplace, I would start drinking at that place. Stay there.
Is it till sundown?
The curfew, since you seem to be new here, ends after dusk, after the dusk prayer, at the dusk temple in the north east portion of the city.
Alright, I guess I'll be having to pick my places. Can't go bar hopping like yesterday. Thank you for the info, Willoughby.
Of course. Is there anything else that I can do for you, your master?
I think that'll probably be it. We like this place a lot, but we might be trying another place, getting a tour of everything.
Elgod's Grotto is always open to you.
Alright, thanks, Willoughby. And then I'll go meet up back with the party and let them know about the timing of the curfew.
Well, so basically we need to get stuff done during the day, and then hang out for a night, and then by morning we can leave.
But I also, to get
Yeah.
the thingy, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
sneak out at night and come back. Which is why I'd need to utilize you, probably, because of your...
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll stay back at the inn do my homework.
You still have more of that book to read?
Yes.
It's a pretty engrossing book.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, not read. Stare at it, absorb.
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have how much do I have left?
So would it make more sense to try and plant the thing tonight or tomorrow night?
Well, tonight is like the last opportunity. Tomorrow would be the day that we might be leaving, right?
It would be the moment before we're leaving, which is why either we do it tonight or we do it the day before we're leaving. So I'd say, yeah, tonight probably is where I'm leaving.
Tonight's better.
Alright. That'll be the plan.
First, we need to definitely move him on. We'll get him over to the Dragon Flame, and we should pick up clothes, honestly, for him and for me in the marketplace so we can fit in better.
Sounds good. Come on, Grandma, and I grab him on. We're gonna check out now.
Well,
Yes, Grandma.
actually, I'm going to walk on out fast as possible because I'm the one that registered, so you guys should be checking out on your own. So I'm gonna be heading out just straight out.
Fair.
Peace.
We'll meet you, I guess, in the marketplace then.
And I'm a third of the way
Fine.
done with the book.
I'm just gonna
so-
wait outside. Just
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
that's
not gonna talk
absolutely-
to the front desk.
Alright,
Okay.
so we go check out.
I will just have you do a...
Can I help distract the front desk guy?
Yeah,
There
that's
we go.
that's one of the only people that you actually need to deceive immediately, because he
I-
did interact with Amon specifically. So Amon, make a deception check, and Mao.
Hold on.
I assist?
Hold
Well,
on,
I
hold on.
also actually wanted to ask the guy if there are any other have you seen any other tieflings around this place? So
I'm gonna do inspiration because this is the only dice roll that I'm gonna do this session. So
Yeah, I'm sorry it's so long to get to you.
please don't be a
no, it's
one.
fine.
Gosh,
Jesus Christ. Okay, okay.
yeah.
So, Mao, you're chatting up Willoughby. Well, tieflings aren't very common around here. They tend to get a bad rap for and he kind of trails off as he
Yeah.
looks at Amon, like, kneeling over, pretending to be an older person, and he kind of says, excuse me, you paid for your rooms, are you staying again as well, or are you finding a new place?
I'm gonna say we'll be staying.
Okay, well then I'm going to need additional money for your next stay.
I'll cover it for him. Don't worry about it. How much is it?
That's a good question. What the fuck did I charge
Go
you
ahead.
last time?
I just like kind of wave him on while I'm getting money.
Yeah.
I'll slowly count it out to distract the Triton.
I think it might have been a gold piece.
Okay, well then I'll go and search my bag a very long time to find a gold piece amongst the platinum.
Fair enough. It might have been more than that, but a gold piece is still a lot.
Yeah, so you're yeah, we might get a bad rep, but you're a Triton in the middle of a desert. That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, well, Elgod's Grotto, it tends to be above a natural spring that arose with the coming of the new dawn, as it were. And a ancient hero apparently took it upon themselves to settle down and create this place in this sort of grotto-esque appearance. I have since taken over the establishment after finding it one of the nicer places to stay in New Dawn. I like being near the water.
So the statue outside is probably part of the same spring.
Yes, it's probably connected, I would assume.
The one with the weird dragon thing. I
Yes,
don't actually know if we've actually seen it.
yes, it's right outside. You would have had to seen it to get into the establishment, really.
Okay.
Yes, that's a statue of the Dawn Arbiter slaying that Blood King from the north. Not fully slain, of course. He's still a looming threat, but it's a proud moment in our history. The victory in the Blood Wars.
Huh. Blood Wars, but tieflings are bad. Alright, that's fine. Alright, well, thank you for your time, and I make sure I give him the coin. And I'll probably sneak the key from Amon and toss it on the floor somewhere inside the building at some point.
Don't be discouraged by your heritage, young one. Not everyone here is as forward as the Dawn Guard. Anyway, have a good one.
You too.
Okay, you guys meet up.
Yeah, so Amon was just waiting outside.
Yep.
Off to my clothes.
Give me your key. I just ask Amon for his key so I can toss it into the building or hide it someplace so they can get it eventually, basically.
Do you give Mao the key?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just hide it in some place that somebody will probably pick it up and be like, oh, I found this outside.
Okay. I mean, presumably the person who runs the place has a spare, but sure.
Eh.
Okay, you guys start heading out stealthily to the Dragon Flame Dregs. Is that where you're headed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're relatively unperturbed as you head out amongst the crowds and towards the Grand Bazaar. You head to the Dragon Flame Dregs, which it's approaching noontime, so it is in a bit of a ruckus as they are getting ready for the lunch rush, doing a bunch of barbecuing in their hibachi sort of setup.
How much for clothing, by the way, if I were to pick something up from a stall nearby?
Clothing goes pretty cheap here if you grab things from a few different people. You could spend like 5 silver pieces to get some common clothes. And that goes for everybody.
I'm gonna pick up some common clothes too.
Okay. Yeah,
I grabbed a set of robes for Amon. They're white and pretty looking. Like someone who's not a dark, evil, emanating death god worshipper.
He looks like an old monk, as long as
Yes.
you don't see his face.
Yes, and now he looks more monkish.
He is an old monk.
Not that kind of
Changing your
monk.
attire. You're looking like you're one of them. Have fun.
Gross.
Yeah, I don't like white either. It gets dirty fast, but whatever.
Well, dirty here is sandy, so.
Right.
You guys sit down and have a bit of lunch.
Forest gets everywhere, though.
You have a bit of lunch for a silver piece or so. And is there anything else you want to do with the rest of your day before twilight starts to set in?
I have a weird sort of spell question. If I was to cast Find Greater Steed somewhere else, would my steed just poof from where it was and appear wherever I want it to be?
I mean, yeah, it would just invoke another casting of the spell.
But it would just poof from the stalls.
Yeah, I mean,
If you have stalls, yes.
you can't have multiple steeds summoned. That's what you're
No, I
asking.
just was thinking of the funny vision of the stall guy coming over and trying to feed the thing and then it
Why are you
poofed
trying to prank everyone, bro?
away. I just wanted to make sure that there isn't no limitation on that or anything. That's all. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. Leo, are you guys doing anything else here? Doing any exploration today? Or are we just going to fast forward to the night?
Fast forward to the night because
I say
For
fast
me-
forward to the night, and I want to just kind of lay out this sort of general plan-ish sort of thing.
Sure.
Would be, I guess the only reconnaissance I do is like we've seen enough Dawn Guards, right, to know what they look like.
Yeah, they all tend to have a uniform. If there are members of the, members of the Church of the Light that are in the military that aren't the Dawn Guard, quote unquote, they do also have a uniform. They just aren't wearing like those Inquisitor sorts of helms, and aren't wearing like big capes. They're just wearing like this brass bronze armor.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this because I could probably disguise myself using the spell to do that, and then just kind of we sneak over there. Because how long would it take to walk over there, distance-wise?
Probably about an hour.
Yeah, about an hour, maybe less, because you're heading like a straight way through the center courtyard. If you're taking
Maybe less people.
if you're taking a long way around, then it'd be an hour. Otherwise, I'll say like half hour.
Okay.
Because I could just disguise myself like that, and Mao could like shadow me until we get there. Would be the idea. That way, I wouldn't arouse as much suspicion since I'd be a Dawn Guard on patrol, you know.
I think the bigger question is, what the hell are you going to be doing with this?
They said just to bury it, but I am gonna. This is the only little caveat: is I need to find a spot there, and then if you could, we could figure out the timing if anybody's patrolling. If I can cast Magic Circle to ward it against Faye at least.
So you're going to try and screw over the witch.
I mean, witches work by screwing over whatever deal they got going on anyway. The only instructions were to bury this in that area.
Eh,
So what
Might
were you
work.
going to use to ward it?
Magic Circle.
Okay.
It makes a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder, and I'd put the thing buried in that spot, and I'd
Is it-
specifically ward it against Faye.
is it a permanent thing?
It lasts for an hour.
It only lasts for an hour. So it might not work, but we'll see what happens.
Sure.
I have no idea how Fae magic works in that regard.
You would know more than me.
I don't know too much about Fae.
Cool. So let's go bury a thing and then get back here so that we don't get caught by the Dawn Guard because there's curfew. Got it. I am not
Much-
wearing the white robes I just bought.
That's fair. If anything, if we need to get out fast, you might have to stuff me in your hole. That came out wrong.
Phrasing. Phrasing.
Ariel heard it.
Ariel in the background. Yeah, I
Because you, unlike you, I can't jump over. Well, I can climb over walls, but not very quickly.
you wear a lot of heavy things and you're very loud, so I think the pocket is gonna be okay. Little pocket hole just for you. I pat my pocket.
That's gonna be the plan.
And if that's the plan, are you guys buying anything in case you need to like make a quick exit or anything? Like, are you good on your supplies and everything?
I have rope. I have a grappling hook. Is there any sort of thing like smoke bombs you can buy in this game? I think that's in the basic stuff.
I have darkness.
Perhaps.
But
You're
we
not
don't
sure
want
where
to
you'd
necessarily
find
make
that.
it. We don't necessarily want to have darkness, arcane stuff happening for extra attention. They kind of care more if it was like, you know what I'm saying?
Can't you just control wind or something and just kick up the dust and the sand in the ground?
I don't have that power.
Also, Amon can attest, the Dawn Guard specifically seems to have this ability to hedge out darkness of the magical variety.
Mhm.
Or at least the Archjustice does.
The Archjustice did.
Look, just don't risk it. Is all I'm saying. Don't rely on it.
Yeah.
I guess if I could I just search for a smoke bomb? I don't know if it's an adventure. I'm looking through adventure gear and I don't see anything like that because that's the only thing I could think of that could help.
Well, it's not an official adventure gear, but it doesn't. It also doesn't seem like a sort of thing that you could easily find in the normal market.
right.
Might
So
be
should
a
I do like?
weird thing.
Fair enough. Could I check the market anyway with an investigation or charisma check?
You can do a charisma-based investigation check, which should be pretty good for you.
So just do this as ability charisma check.
Yeah. If you're trained in like,
I am trained in investigation, so then it would be +4 then for the proficiency.
Okay.
So 18.
An 18. So you head out and do some shopping of your own as the rest of the people are like looking for costuming. You do find that there are a few places purported to sell some sorts of smoke bombs, but you're not sure if it's exactly what you're going to be looking for. So let me get a few of these places for you. Okay, so you ask around subtly to some shady characters, trying to ask for something that can hide your escape if possible, or create some sort of obscuration. And they point you to 3 different places. They point you towards the Sparkle Store, to Yolanda's Potions, and Artavane's Aromas, which are 3 places nearby. But they don't really give you any more specifics than that. They say they might be able to help, is generally what they say.
I'll check out the Sparkle Store.
Okay. You head to the Sparkle Store. Okay, you head inside and find that this place is filled with crystalline structures. It looks like one of those places in Disney World that's like it's just a ton of like little tiny glass sculptures everywhere. Blown glass, shaved glass,
Oh.
like smoked glass, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
In various shapes, there's like little crystalline dragons and little spiked abstract sculptures, as well as like tons and tons of generally crystals. This place is quite literally sparkling and a store. So, right on the money with that name. You see that there is somebody in the back who is apparently blowing glass. It is quite warm in here, and there is like a kiln that's like half open to the outside. She is kind of twisting and turning around this pole as she pumps air into this glass bulb, and eventually it cools down, and she's, "I'll be right with you." Once it cools down, she stretches a few sprigs off of it. She lets it rest, and then turns to you. "Hi, I'm Nadine. How can I help you?"
I'm looking for something that, can obscure vision that isn't magic based.
"Oh, well, yeah, of course not. No magic here. Only the light. You see," and she just kind of takes up these goggles that she has on. I'm one of the scholars of light, and of course, we observe the light, we channel the light, and we bend the light to our wills. This she also is a human, and she's got like work clothes on. Her hair is like short cut underneath her loose little hat there. She looks around through her things. I think this one might be doing what you're needing. I'm assuming you need something blinding, right?
That could probably work. I was thinking more obscuring, but blinding wouldn't be awful.
Well, that's the best that I can do here. I mean, we bend the light here, not the darkness.
That's fair. I mean, nothing like. Do you know anybody who would sell something that makes more of a smoky type thing?
No, that kind of sounds more like an alchemical sort of thing.
Well, what you got? How does this thing work?
Well, so here's one. It's I'll try and do it on a lower setting as I and she holds this small little diamond-looking gem out. It is not a gem; it's pure crystal and glass. And she just kind of closes her eyes, and the gem just starts glowing. And it releases a blinding flare that kind of you're squinting as you look around the room, and all the sparkling glass is like twinkling in your eyes. It does seem to effectively blind you for a while.
Yep, that seems like pretty good. So it's just like an activatable crystal sort of deal?
Oh, yes. You just need to concentrate on it a bit. It has a bit of power left within it, but eventually the light passing through it does cause it to degrade. So it does eventually fade.
So just a few uses before it's kaput.
And it depends on how much will you put into it with your powers. I assume that you are familiar with such things, so I won't go into great detail. But this can be yours for, I'll say, about 250 gold pieces.
Sure, that's fine. I give her 25 platinum.
Oh, thank you. Sure. Nice. Here you go. And you receive a Gem of Brightness. This Gem of Brightness normally has a lot of charges. I think it's like 50 charges? Yeah, 50 charges. This one has 20 charges instead.
What does it technically cast?
So the Gem of Brightness normally wants a command word. This one doesn't. It just needs a number of charges. So you can cause it to shed light, which doesn't expend a charge. And that just needs a bonus action to use. You can also expend a charge to fire a brilliant beam of light at a creature within 60 feet of you, and they must succeed at a save or become blinded for a minute. Can expend 5 charges, and it flares with a blinding light in a 30-foot cone.
Man, it's a good thing I don't have that nasty cloak, because that would really suck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Furthermore, upon looking at it, it doesn't look like any sort of magic you've ever seen.
I pull out one of my healing gems. By the way, does this thing kind of work on the same principle as this thing, and I hold out this thing?
She investigates it and she says, "Where did you find this? It looks like there's arcana trapped within this. You should probably get rid of this as soon as you can."
Oh, sorry. This was from a travel somewhere else. I didn't know how it worked.
You best be careful. The light is the one true power. Arcana is the road to the darkness.
So I take it this gem works on divine magic then? Maybe?
Of course, it is powered by the light.
Huh, okay. Well, thank you for your help, miss.
Of course.
I'll recommend this place. You got some interesting wares here.
Yes, and be sure to get rid of that gem post-haste. I can see how you would have been confused not being a scholar yourself. So, I
You
will
said
forgive
that
that.
alchemical might be the best place to get something that could make smoke or fire?
Yes. You might want to see Yolanda, I suppose.
Alright, thank you. I'll head over there.
Okay. And you leave the Sparkle store. Is anybody else doing anything?
Homework.
I'm waiting for nighttime.
Homework. Fair enough. You're spending... so I said around noon. So Twilight's probably going to be around 7. You can put in about 6 hours of that. in the meantime, Zumaso, you can head over to Yolanda's. So, as you're pondering this magic item, you put the Gem of Brightness with 20 charges into your pocket, which is an existing item, so you can actually drag that into your inventory from the compendium, though just put a note that it has 20 charges, as it does eventually run out. You head into Yolanda's. Yolanda has a roughly round-shaped building as you head underneath the awning and into her shop. It smells kind of fragrant in here, as if it's like filled with plants, and in fact it is. It's surrounded by tons of potted plants circling this one central palm tree that's open to the sky above. It doesn't look like there's anybody in here right now, but there are a whole bunch of potions spread throughout the plants, interspersed within them. There's a bunch of little weird labels that you can see. They're not written in any language that you know, though.
Excuse me, who's the owner of this establishment? I'd like to do some business.
The tree shudders, and a woman pops out of it.
Nice entrance, miss.
Thank you. Hello, Yolanda. If you need any potions, please, I'm here to make them. Sorry. Just
I'm
had
looking
a
for
slight
something a
run-in.
little specific. I heard you might be able to deal with something more alchemical based. I need something that could make a smoke or a fog or something obscuring.
Yes, I just need to catch my breath.
So sorry.
Okay. It's fine. She pulls out a small plant from a pouch that is like wrapped over her shoulder, and she pulls it out and puts it into a temporary potting thing, and then like writes down something on the label in front of it. Good. Okay. So you need something that makes smoke. Yes, I can do that. I can get you something that makes smoke. Of course. Let me just, and she goes inside of the tree, and she kind of appears further up the tree, and reaches her torso out and starts looking through the plants nearby. At this point, you're taking notice that her skin actually looks like it's covered in, like, palm tree bark of sorts. You surmise she might be some sort of elemental or dryad. Eventually, she finds something and re-enters the tree and exits at the bottom and starts grinding some stuff in a little mortar. I should be able to get you something pretty quickly. Pretty standard stuff. Anywho, how's your day?
Well, pretty good. How much would it cost me, by the way, so I can just have the money ready for you?
Money. Yes. It's fine. I do have to make it here, so I'll just ask for 150 gold pieces.
That's fine. Do you want me to come back, or it'll only take a little bit?
It shouldn't take that long. I have a few things here already set up. She dumps a few other potions in that she's grabbed from the upper reaches of the palm tree, sort of grotto here, and you see a small puff of smoke as she corks up something really quickly. Okay, here you
I
go.
got the money on the table for her.
Don't shake it up too much. It is pressurized. Toss it on the ground, and it will create a vast, smoky spectacle. You can also just uncork it, and it'll do the same thing. But yeah, if that's what you want, here it is. You can have it. The gold.
Yeah,
Yes,
this-
I need the gold, please.
Yeah, this seems perfect. It's only a one-use sort of thing, I'm guessing, right?
Yes, it'll quickly dissipate.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Can I just do an investigation check to kind of see if she's a dryad or an elemental? I don't know. Clarification.
Make a nature check.
Okay.
Yeah, your initial guess was correct. She does appear to be a palm tree dryad, presumably tied to this exact tree.
Oh, you got a lovely shop here, and I'm glad you got to build one in the middle of the desert. It's kind of impressive.
Oh, it's very lucky. Business has been booming. Well, that is to say, I used to not have any until this place was able to be built. Yeah, it's a great gig I have going on. I can go out through this tree. There's plenty of trees in the Scablands nowadays, so I can spread out my wings and find rare herbs from all over the place and bring them back here. I get a lot of exploring done. Especially, like, those few Ankegs that were chasing me down. They seem to like sugarwort, and unfortunately, I need it. As well as... Well, anyway, I have other
wait,
things
so
to
you
do.
can. How could you ever open a branch in another city if you can go through trees?
I adore that pun, thank you. It is very clever. But yes, I could put a new branch somewhere, but it would take a little too much logistics, and the trees in the Scablands eventually do peter out. Hopefully that won't be the case forever. I hope. New trees are being grown every day, so be sure that if you have the chance, plant a new tree.
Will do. Take care, miss.
Of course,
And I'll head out.
of course. Nice to meet you. She zooms back into the tree.
Does the smoke work as like a spell or?
You can call it a potion of fog cloud.
Okay, that works. Cool. I got my backup stuff in case I need to make an escape.
Yeah. Okay. At this point, Boomcrash, you have been effectively sucking up some good words. Amon has been sucking up some nothing. He's just kind of brooding. Is that okay? Is that right? That you're just doing that?
Yeah, sure. Like, find me a nice corner.
Okay.
Food and drink, or we're just hanging out.
There's a few corners in the hibachi grill based place.
Can I roll some hit dice just to
What's
have myself
the
stocked up?
what's the coldest and most uncomfortable corner? I gotta sit there.
You sit there. There was another couple there, but they have since moved since you moved in. They wanted to
Yeah.
be a bit of alone, but
Nope.
no.
Yeah, he just sits across from them and just waits for them to leave. And they're like, unblinking. Yeah, we'll go.
Anything else that you guys are doing before dusk?
I was resting to get some hit die back.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
point.
totally fine. You guys can definitely do a short rest in this time period.
Actually, can I? Okay, Boom Crash. That's how to interrupt the reading. Do you want to come bring back your familiar?
Sure. I guess I spend an hour in the evening after I'm done with my studying bringing back Goose.
Goose is brought back.
Oh.
Hey. Gets kind of tiring
Sorry
in the
about
Shadow Realm, but thank you.
Yeah, I yelled at the lady who pooped you. Sorry, buddy.
Thanks.
I give him a hug.
I don't need you to do anything too drastic with Goose, but maybe just have it chill on the outside as a lookout in case, because we still have to worry about people coming for Mon.
Yeah, no, totally. Buddy, would you
Yeah.
mind?
Goose makes a Zumasu sex noise.
Attaboy!
Just trying to cover our bases here. And then the other thing would just be... I think that's most of it. So Mon can hunker down. We have Goose to kind of keep an eye on things while we are out and about.
Mhm.
And I guess maybe I'll just give one of the stones to Boom Crash to let her know if something goes bad while we're out and about.
Yeah, keep me updated. I'll be... so I'm not, like, completely absorbed and unable to be called away. I'll be looking at this other spellbook and studying here, but I'll be available if you need me.
So I guess it'd be me and Boom Crash have the stones. And
Oh, when I
Ascending
cast
stones?
the non-detection wand on the area, so we are undetectable.
Okay, yeah, you guys have one room that you're hunkering down in. You're getting used to being close together for the time being. Okay, Boom Crash, you continue reading after resummoning your familiar, which of course costs that 10 GPs.
Yep, already deducted it.
Of course. Sumasu, I guess. Are you doing anything else with your time?
not particularly because the spell disguise. Wait, how long does disguise spells last? Because I do have to time this right.
Disguise self, I think, is an hour.
Yeah, I think it's only an hour. Yeah, so I have to wait until it's closer to the time to use it.
Okay. Confirmed. Yes, that's an hour.
Yep, an hour.
Okay. Are you doing anything in the meantime in your short rest?
Not really. Are we in a room with like a window? Because I also have to think about how we're getting back in.
Yeah, there's a window to this place. It leads out into the alleyway mostly. It's a crowded bazaar, and lots of people are commonly going through the alleyways, cutting through to the other side.
Okay, so I am gonna do a weird little prep work thing, and let Blood Crush know for when we come back. I'm gonna set up a grappling hook already attached to this thing, so we can belay down. She can roll it back up. We go out, and then when we come back, she can just roll it back up when we come back up.
Okay.
Entrance and exit. And I'll tie notches in it to make it easier, since we have time.
Sure. You make an easy way in and out of the building, and give it to Boom Crash for their use. Okay. So, who is going on this mission? Boom Crash is trying to get in some readings. Zumasu and Mao, are you two the only ones that are going, or is Amon coming too?
Mon is welcome if he wants.
I mean, okay. Do you guys need me? Because I feel like I should lay low as a wanted man.
I think laying low is better. If we need him, we could always call, because the whole point is I'm bad at stealth as is, and I need Mao in case my butt gets discovered.
There's the pocket, but if someone knocks one of us out, then he can technically teleport too.
That's fair, but I still think it might be better with a lower party group. We're not exactly trying to engage anybody.
Alright.
Also, I'm the only one who can cast Disguise Self.
Yeah, but he's in garb, like he's not wearing the same thing.
But I just mean in curfew time, I'm the only one who could kind of look like he's supposed to be out and about.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you can look like you're out and about, you could be escorting 2 people back. I'm just leaving options open that way in case Amon wants to go and not be stuck inside a house or someplace. He can.
I like my hard corner. I like my hard, uncomfortable, bumpy corner.
But now
Thank
you
you,
can't
buddy.
collect skulls.
Thank you, buddy, for hankering this out. I take out the tequila rum and I pour him a little shot of it and be like, "That's for you, for being a good sport."
What's in the jar?
It's spicy. It's actually pretty good.
All right.
How is it?
Painfully adequate.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
It's
Oh no!
Better be
Was it
painfully
poisoned?
adequate.
Did I just not care because I'm a Yonti?
You didn't even
mean,
try
it-
it, dude.
Oh, I didn't actually. I just like, oh, there's a scorpion.
You just said, "Oh, there's a dead scorpion in it. I'll have Amon try it."
I thought I did.
Oh, see. I swear to God, this is how I die.
You take a little, like, 1.5 shot of it, just to make it go down a bit easier. Again, I said it's like a spiced vodka, not quite a tequila, but there's definitely some sort of strange taste behind it. And it immediately gives you like a shudder, and your like throat starts to close up a bit. And you slam down the ounce on the table, and you just shudder a bit as it goes down very roughly. But in spite of that, there is a pleasant sensation if you're into very hard liquor, a very bitter spice.
Spicy tequila.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah. You
I'm gonna
down
take a
some
swig of
deal
it
liquor.
again myself to be like, huh.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dad, I don't see what the concern is. Chug, chug, chug.
Yeah, you're fine, Zimasu, weirdly enough.
I love being immune to poison.
Yeah. For
I could see Dan's character if this was like D&D modern, like he'll be just drinking like car batteries because like I can.
Yeah.
I
You
just
should.
put- I just mix whatever liquids I find with alcohol and see what happens. Okay, so crab battery, no. But gasoline for some reason works. Just as a note, guys. Antifreeze.
Alright.
I can have antifreeze all day.
Nice. Anyway, so you two have fun. Just if you need backup, label your say your coordinates so I can actually just teleport in.
All right.
We'll try and have like the surroundings labeled or like specific, coordinates, as in like how far north, streets,
Well,
blah blah blah.
he can teleport 4 squares on this grid using the dimension door cloak.
Oh, we'll figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dusk starts to set in, and the tower starts to cast its looming shadow over near you guys in the Dragonflame dregs. You can see that people are starting to flock to the northeastern part of town, which does actually give you a bit of a crowd movement to follow if you'd like to do so.
Okay.
Use the crowd.
All right. So we're just gonna stay out after curfew.
Hmm.
Well, basically, okay. So I was thinking we wait until the curfew started, but it might make more sense to just do this and then sneak back. Okay.
Okay, well, you head out here. They're heading up the temple promenade to the Temple of Dusk up ahead, and you can see that they're like starting to flock into the open gates of the area. You are able to easily get a off passage, like into an alleyway, and sneak your way near the Twilight Exchange.
Don't forget, curfew starts after the prayer.
Yeah.
So you probably have like an hour until night sets in.
I guess can I just do a sort of, not that there's much I can do intel-wise, but could I just get like an idea of how many guards are around here and maybe what kind of path they take?
So there aren't a ton of guards, but there are some. They tend to walk near the Twilight Exchange, but they don't seem to enter it very frequently. There's 1 or 2 guards that do make a pass after your observance. They kind of go around this circle here, and they circle around it once every half hour or so.
Around the Twilight Exchange circle?
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like they have a bigger path, but they've gone there twice since you've been here.
Yeah, okay. That's good to
Okay.
know.
I also want a good idea so I know which kind of outfit to disguise myself as.
They do appear to be Dawn Guard soldiers with a small contingent of just regular knights. So it's 2 Dawn Guards and like 3 knights instead of 5 people.
Okay. So it might make more sense to be a Dawn Guard soldier then. More authority. Alright. So I'll keep that in mind. I guess we're just gonna... So, is anybody welcome to go into the exchange, or...
Yeah,
that
it's an open marketplace. You guys have been here before. There was a statue in the center of the place. Otherwise, it just looks shady because it's constantly shrouded in eternal twilight, which at this point is turning more into nighttime, comparatively.
This is the place that we came out of when we came up from...
Came out of Shale's spirits, yeah.
Yeah.
Accidentally moved
Okay.
it.
I guess the only other thing is maybe we could look for a place to hide while everybody else clears out for curfew.
I mean, we could also... I can go search for it. You can go investigate the statue. Like, I don't know.
Good place to... I guess I'll do that. I'll go look for a good place to dig a hole without digging a hole yet, and I'll let Mao see if she can find a good place to hide while everybody else... When the time comes for everybody to leave for curfew.
Okay. You start investigating the area around the statue, and Mao, you start looking around, making sure the coast is gonna be clear. You find that there's just from your glancing around, you see that there's a armory here that's selling weapons, and there is a literal pet shop called Fantastic Beasts. This is where you find them, it seems. You also see that there is a place called Vile Fiend that seems to be a potion shop. And as well, there's Shale Spirits, which sells liquor.
Shale Spirits might be a good place to hide. We could still go in there, technically, if it's curfew time, quote-unquote.
It looks like
That's
people
not
here are not quite closing up shop, but they seem to be shutting things down a bit. But the Twilight Exchange it doesn't fully shut down at night.
I just realized marriage in this city must be terrible.
I don't follow the logic.
Because people will go into bars and just like, well, honey, I'm already at the bar, can't go home. Like marriages would be terrible.
Well, that's not to say that like curfew is totally unbreakable.
Yeah, it's probably they started enforcing it, and when you're going home, if you're like kind of late or something, they'll be like, "Well, get on home, get back to so and so." But if you're causing trouble, then it's just an easier way for them to like maintain security.
Mm-hmm.
Either who.
Right.
Troublemaker be out at night.
After that, you also find some other shops that are just selling standard merchant stuff like fruits and veggies and supplies. Also, you investigate the statue. It does appear to be like this area is not well paved compared to the rest of New Dawn. It's actually mostly just normal dirt in this area. You see that the statue of this cloaked figure, it's labeled Zenagar, the One in Shadow, and there's a little plaque at the base of it that describes Zenagar as the shadow cast by the Dawn Arbiter, who protects us in the darkest of times.
I don't like this. Can I do a religion check of any of this or anything?
It's actually a history check.
Okay. I don't know shit.
You don't know shit. The end.
Okay.
But yeah, you can relay that to Mao if you want.
Yeah, I guess I'll meet up with Mal. So it'd make more sense to escape from the Shade Tavern to go out here. Does it look like anybody's keeping an eye on the middle of the statue as things are going to get down?
It doesn't look like it. Most people tend to ignore it. It's just a landmark.
Okay.
Plenty
Alright.
of places to hide. Plenty of smaller alleyways that we can run through.
Alright.
Staying
guess-
on Main Street would be the most important thing, if anything.
Okay. We have our escape routes and our escape methods, so should we just wait until the time starts calling where they're moving people out and the sun is set?
Sure. So
Okay.
why do you have to bury this thing here in front of the statue? Like, who even is this guy?
That's the Arbiter guy, isn't it?
The Arbiter? No, the Arbiter was the big hunking thing that was fighting off some weird dragon over in the other grotto. This doesn't look like the Arbiter.
So Mao, you, since you did take a glance at that statue, I'm gonna have you make a history check.
For which one?
Both. Because they both involve the statue.
No.
Hmm.
We could just go talk to somebody and ask them before they close up.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. You seem relatively confused as to the nature of this person, the Dawn Arbiter, the Archjustice. You're not really sure what's what.
Well, I know who the Archjustice is. That's about it.
So I guess we'll go and grab a pint and just ask somebody, what's the deal with the statue of the Dark Arbiter versus the Arbiter by the Grim Grotto, or the Grotto, or whatever.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay,
We get time before.
you guys heading to Shales then?
Yeah.
You guys head to Shales. The Genasi within sees you guys coming and goes,
We're in costume. Like, we probably don't look the same.
"Oh, right, you guys don't look the same."
Yeah, I'm wearing white clothing, or the fancy stuff that people wear around here.
I'm in my normal spent disguise because I haven't used any spells yet.
Okay. So they look up at you solemnly and go, "Late night?
Yeah.
What do you need from me?"
Just hoping to get a pint before I go. And I just wanted to know a little bit about what we're actually staying somewhere else, so hopefully we can get back there in time. But what's the deal with that statue versus the statue over by the grotto? I thought there was only one Arbiter.
Sure. He hands you a pint of something. Do you know what you want here? I sell a lot of spirits at this dispensary.
Something strong. We're not exactly from around here.
I just want a shot.
Right.
Little small thing.
And I'll get you some of this Eloran whiskey then.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Get you guys some whiskey. He asks for 5 silver for the both of yous, so total.
Yeah, put it down.
Well, if you're looking for information on history, I'm at least somewhat well acquainted. That out there is Senegar, the one of the heroes that helped in the Blood Wars. He fought alongside the Dawn Arbiter. And, well, the Dawn Arbiter's still alive today. She sits in the tower, the center of the city. Some say that Zenegar is her shadow, but I don't really know much about that. I wasn't around back then.
Wait, so she's still she's still alive.
Yes.
Is this guy dead?
Supposedly.
What does that mean?
It's weird to reference him as a shadow.
It is weird.
Did they not get a log?
It's nebulous. He is said to have established the Order of Xena, which is just north of here. They're an unscrupulous group. Less scrupulous so than the thieves, you would think. But they're allowed to exist. The Dawn Arbiter doesn't bother them at all. Neither do the Dawn Guard.
Huh.
They operate in the shadows? This seems a little odd for a place that is so...
So enveloped in the light, yes.
Yeah.
Is that why this area is all dark all the time?
Supposedly. It's, seemed that this Zenegar put this, effect on this place. Perhaps it's a curse, perhaps it's just a lingering effect. No one really knows. It's all very vague and mysterious and great for tourism.
I mean, I thought the statue by the grotto was interesting enough, but this one's definitely a little bit more freaky.
That one was the Arbiter fighting off a dragon, right?
Yeah, well, it's not quite a dragon. It looks like a shadowy dragon made out of black marble.
Ah, okay.
And there is someone riding it.
There is a... Yeah,
They
that was for
referenced as the
Blood
Blood
well.
Lord.
Ooh, the Blood Lord.
Lots of blood.
Lots of blood.
The street, in fact, is called Bloodborough.
Look,
Why is the nice place next to that whatever?
look, you know what? They need to have something cool. At least that sounds cool.
Your entire city planning is based around coolness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you seen the city?
Have you seen the city with its like pub crawls and gladiator and...
Oh my
Shale,
god. This place is made by a 16-year-old.
Darth Maul comes out with his skull design and his fire design and his demon design and his ninja design. He is the coolest fucking thing.
It gets cut in half.
How long ago
Thank you,
was
Sean.
the Blood War? By the way, do you know?
Jeez. It was definitely before my time. Let me go look at World Anvil.
We could end it here. It is 12.
We can. He starts regaling you about this history, and it does appear to have happened a long time ago. Really, it happened before Mao's time. Well, actually, no, it happened after Mao's time, while you were encased in stone. But it happened before Zumasu's time, before he was
That's not
brought up.
confusing at all.
Totally not confusing at all.
It narrows it
You
down.
and you're in your Rumpelstiltskin lifestyle now.
Yeah, you know what? 88 years stuck in stone kind of sucks.
I guess I just have one question I wanted to go over. So, if we weren't able to, I'm doing a character. So, if we have to still kind of hoof it across the city to get to our place in time, what happens if the Dawn Guard, catches you while you're on your way home? What with the curfew and all?
That kind of remains to be seen.
No, he wouldn't answer me.
Oh, I thought you said out of character.
No. I said in character. I was asking the guy, like, what did this Dawn Guard do if you're like trying to get home but you're caught out of curfew?
Well, that depends what you were up to. They have ways of making you talk. You don't want to get caught by the Dawn Guard.
So hoof it real quickly. We might want to get going then now. Or might get going about nowhere.
Better hurry. Dusk service is almost over. You head out, and it's hard to tell at the Twilight Exchange, but you look further up into the sky, and you can see that the stars are starting to poke out. The light from the Dawn Pinnacle is shining over the place like a sun, but it's nevertheless still night as it starts to set in. And next time, we will figure some more stuff out. Boom Crash, you can actually put in 2 more hours, so you've gotten a full 8 hours today, I think.
Oh, nice. I'm exactly halfway through.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, and we will pick this up next week.
All right.
Cool beans. I'm sorry we didn't do much for you, Amon. I tried to goad you into going on this mission, but anywho, everyone.
No, it's fine. Like I'm kind of enjoying watching bad things happen to other people for a change.
Oh, I know. And you had plenty of excitement at the gladiatorial arena as well. So, everyone, thank you for coming out to watch. You can catch this stream every Sunday from 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. You can catch our sister stream on Wednesdays from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is with a different group heading through the Undermountain. And also check out Noble Crumpet Publishing's books on Drive-Thru RPG, as well as the DM's Guild. There's a new one coming to the DM's Guild, hopefully next month. Noble Crumpet's Book of Secrets. It helps create puzzles and secret rooms and traps and all that sort of thing. It's a good resource that I made for myself and thought could be useful for everyone else. Hopefully it will be. Check that out when it comes, and we will see you on Wednesday and then subsequently Sunday. Have a good night, everyone, and don't stay out past curfew.
Yeah. Night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.